This week, you can watch Paris Hilton take a rod to the face as we discuss the 2005 horror movie remake, in name only, House of Wax. Hello, welcome to the Bloody Bits Horror Show. I am your host, Eddie, DX Jefferson, and joining me as always, we can make it home with one headlight, Tim Yobo. How are you doing today, good sir?
I'm doing very good, but I'm pretty sure I already saw her take a rod to the face way before this movie came out.
Yeah, but that one was in night vision. This one you get it in HD full color.
She doesn't have, her eyes aren't as spooky in this one.
She doesn't look like a ghost blowing you in a POV shot.
I'll just say this, wasn't impressed that much.
And Tim, speaking of big open pits of dead animal carcasses and viscera, we're joined by Candice. How you doing today?
How you doing? Doing good.
You okay?
No, we're going to find out why she got that accent.
She's been watching Friends too much, huh? She's doing the Joey.
Yep, that's it.
Doing the Joey. But folks, we're not doing the Joey. No, we are in week 2 of Remake, where we're covering a bunch of horror movie remakes, mostly. I'm gonna argue that this one's not really a remake.
Yeah, they just use the name.
Yeah, they just kind of use the name
and just like the main prop of the movie.
Yeah, but
they use it to good effectiveness. But we'll talk about that in more detail. Yes,
it's true. That's true. But much like me at prom, they're getting off on a technicality here. So here we go. But before we get to the House of Wax, before we get to Chad Michael Murray, Candice, what have you been consuming this week?
I'm going to start off with something new. I watched the Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves.
Oh, yeah? How'd you like that?
Funniest movie I've seen in years.
It's so good, isn't it?
I was dying laughing. I had tears in my eyes. That movie was fucking great.
Yeah.
And my husband's a huge D&D nerd. So anytime they mention something, he'd be like, oh, he's like, oh, they said this. And then he'd explain it to me. Like, he was also super pumped.
Isn't that so perfect, Tim?
So I'm assuming you don't have to be a D&D nerd to go in and enjoy the movie. If you just want to see an action movie, adventure movie with, I'm assuming, a dragon at some point, right?
No.
Yeah, there's a dragon.
There's a dragon. There's a dragon, all right.
I love that dragon. It reminds me of my cat.
Dragon. Oh, man, that dragon.
Well, now I know the dragon isn't anything serious. It reminds you of your cat.
No, you need to watch this, Tim.
Is this a dragon that walks in the walls and bangs its head?
Tim,
no.
You're
That cat.
I'll watch it because I saw you said that the other day, Candice. That you said, and Eddie saw it. He said it was good. I think Vaughn saw it, and he said it was good. The good Vaughn, Vaughn Nebraska, not that Vaughn that looks like the January 6th motherfucker.
Not Vinny.
Jesus, Tim. It looks like the January 6th motherfucker.
Oh, I know. If I was him, I wouldn't answer my door if the FBI came knocking.
Yeah, I would definitely steer clear of the FBI, for sure.
But let's move on to what I've really been consuming. Because our brother podcast, the Mustachioed Podcastio, did an episode on Rocky IV.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we did.
And I told my husband, this is a really good episode. I'm really enjoying this. I've never seen the original Rocky. I've never seen any Rocky before Creed. No, before
Candice,
Rocky Balboa.
You are such a movie snob sometimes.
No.
God. How do you like movies and not see Rocky?
Hey, you hang in there. Because it's about to come full circle. Never saw any of them before Rocky Balboa. I just thought they were these dumb action movies. Okay. Well, let me tell you something. I had a change of heart. I watched the first Rocky, and let me tell you, it is one of the greatest movies of all fucking time.
100%.
It is amazing. And let me tell you something else. Let me give you a hot take here. It's better than The Godfather.
Ooh.
Who's going to fight me on that? Rocky is better than The Godfather.
I'm going to miss the tea your ass.
Yeah, I don't know if I can go there with you, but you know what? I'll put them up in the same echelon. How about that?
It was a great time for movies. How about that?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. But all the ones, the 70s are a big blind spot for me, not for any reason, just because it's something before now, like I never really paid attention to. Nobody in my life was really big into 70s
Candice,
movies, so I didn't watch a lot of them. Of course I've seen Jaws.
Of course I've seen Jaws.
Meanwhile, you haven't seen Rocky.
Yeah, you just said the 70s were a huge blind spot.
Because,
how about Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
Of course I've seen that, yes.
Okay, all right.
It's actually my favorite Spielberg movie. I really love that movie.
I love the director's cut. The director's cut adds so much more to that movie.
Fantastic.
But I watched Rocky 1 and 2, and I'm like, these movies are fucking so different than I thought they were going to be. They're so fucking good. They're characters.
They're real.
They're very real characters. I'm like, we all have an Uncle Paulie. We all got a dude like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're all fucking bums. I was like, yeah, I get this.
We all know some bum racists, yeah.
And I didn't even know there was a Rocky 5, because no one ever talks about it. Found out why yesterday.
Wait, which one? Rocky Balboa, is that the one where he has to fight because of a video game?
No, it's not because of a video game. It's like he's trying to get back he's trying to show that he's not a has-been. He fights Mason the Line Dixon, which that name always cracks me up.
No, but isn't the thing that starts the whole thing is that ESPN
they do a simulated fight?
Up. Yeah, they do a simulated fight and Rocky wins or something like okay, yeah.
Because Mason the Line Dixon's like an undefeated champ because there's nobody else who's good enough as him. And they're like, well, if you fought Rocky in his prime, you'd lose. And so he's trying to prove his worth.
Way past his prime.
That's another thing I fucking love about these movies. And also, I just want to say, I didn't know that Rocky movies were mostly drama.
Oh, yeah.
That's almost all they are. And very good drama, too. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, is there another franchise that's a dramatic franchise? Where it's like, it's mostly drama. You got your action like the last 30 minutes and your montages.
You get the Godfather movies.
Okay, well, there's way more Rocky movies than there are Godfather movies.
Oh, you know what? Candice Twilight.
What?
Yeah, that's a drama.
No. That's a drama series, right?
No.
What's going to happen with that pervert who's 700 years old?
I didn't know that the first Rocky movie is a love story. That's basically what it is. It's a love story. I had no idea.
Two losers, yeah.
I watched Rocky Balboa and then years later watched Creed, and I'm like, oh, these are really good movies.
Okay.
And I had no backstory for who the fuck Apollo Creed was. I didn't know who he was. I didn't know who Mickey was. I didn't know who Adrian was.
Oh, that's right. By the time you come into Adrian's dead,
they're all gone. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's just Paulie. And
I mean, you could make the argument that the Rocky movies were really more about Apollo Creed than Rocky.
Yeah, it's true. Man, Paul, I had no idea he was such a huge character.
Totally.
Oh, man. Yeah, watching the Creed movies now. I was in the middle of watching Creed, the first one, before we started recording. I had to stop. But I've seen those movies, and I love them. But I didn't have the actual,
I didn't see the third Creed yet, but the first one and the second one, I fucking love those movies. They're really good.
And Michael B. Jordan's so fucking hot.
Oh, man. I just remember seeing him as Wallace on The Wire, and just as soon as you saw that kid, you're like, holy shit, that kid's really, really fucking good.
Really good looking, too.
Quick question. Who do you think was a better opponent for Rocky? Hulk Hogan?
Oh, fuck you. When that fucking guy came on, I was already like tits up. Like I said, I was eating edibles and drinking beer all last night, watching Rocky movies, eating Dominoes.
Yeah. It's so funny that he's in that.
Thunder Lips, Hulk Hogan comes on. I was like, what the fuck?
With the cape and the hat.
That blew him up because people who watch wrestling knew him at that point, I think, right?
Yeah.
But then that was it. My grandmother saw Rocky. I told you, my grandma. Well, no, I mentioned the podcast. My grandmother saw that movie and she hated Mr. T so fucking much.
Well, he's just a shit talker. He's like the weakest villain in all of them.
Yeah,
that and fucking Tommy Gunn. Tommy Gunn's so stupid.
Yeah.
5 is just erase that from your memory. You don't have to watch that again.
That's Tommy Gunn and Don King, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, the Don King stand-in.
Yeah. 5 was not great, for sure.
No, it's pretty forgettable. There's a reason no one talks about it.
Like we talked on the podcast, Mercestio Podcastio. How far has Rocky come from its roots up until, I guess, Rocky 5? Compared to how Rocky 1 was a movie.
Yeah.
To what you ended up seeing with Rocky 5. How far has it deviated from its original movie?
Yeah, but It's true. Yeah, the fifth one was just a cash in. You can tell there was no heart in it. It was just for greed. He wanted money. And so he's like, let's make another Rocky film. Ba, ba, ba. We'll make a ton of money. Also the lowest grossing one out of all of them. For a reason. And then he stopped until Balboa. And that was a good choice because Balboa really brought it back home. And was like, this is the fucking Rocky movie right here. Just take the taste of 5 out of your mouth.
I think as he's getting older, he's getting more secure with, like, all right, I don't have to do the action thing. I can do more of the drama thing.
Yeah, especially
and
since
get back to his roots.
He's handed the reins over. You know, Sylvester Stallone's done with the Rocky character.
Right. Well,
he's
not
handed
by his
the reins
choice,
over.
though. If you listen to him, he had no idea that he wasn't supposed to be in the third one. He's kind of pissed off at the producer, Irvin Winkler, for taking his baby away from him almost.
Well, that's Hollywood, baby.
How it goes.
Judge Dredd movie.
So, Candice, F, Marry, Kill, Clubber Lang, Thunderlips, and Mickey.
Oh, what the fuck?
One is already dead, so it's easy.
No, Tim.
No,
Well,
the characters.
killing a
The
dead
characters.
body,
The
right?
characters, Tim.
You marry Mickey.
Both the characters.
Because-
The character and Burgess Meredith are both dead. Spoiler alert.
Okay, but not in the first one. God damn it,
Yeah,
Tim.
if this in this hypothetical situation, Tim, this
While
all
they
make
were
believe.
alive.
Yeah, Candice, just think about this, though. While he's banging you out, Mickey could be yelling all that
No.
encouragement at you. Come on, kid.
Oh
Come
yeah, that's how I train. Riding him. No, he can't get it up. That dude's so old.
Working you over like a side of beef.
He's so old and beat up. No way he's getting it up. That's why you marry him.
Okay, so you marry Mickey.
Oh,
You-
wow, Candice.
Fuck
Yeah.
Clubberlang.
Yeah, and kill
And
Hulk Hogan.
yeah, really? Really? Did you think it was going to end any other way?
I really was so considering just turning. For a bonus episode, we should do an episode of Hogan Knows Best. For
No, we need to do the
Hulkamania.
Rocky movies. We need to watch them all again.
No.
Also,
They're
I wanted to also give a hot take here
Okay.
because Mike Wood from the Grind Bin is insane. No way is the theatrical cut of Rocky IV better than the director's cut.
See?
No
Well,
way.
Candice, no. Again, the way that both him and Daniel were talking, every time he talked about, like, you know what's so much better about the director's cut? It does this, it does that. And at the end of the day, they said they still like the theatrical cut better because of a robot.
It's because it's what they grew up with. But this, I'm all fresh. I've only seen Rocky IV once before, years ago. Barely remember it. I was
You're
like,
like
oh, it was
Adrian on the wedding night in Rocky 1.
good. Yeah, you know she was. But yeah, like, so I'm watching it with fresh eyes, and I'm like, the director's cut is way more in theme with the drama of Rocky than the theatrical cut, which is way more about the pomp and showmanship, right?
Yeah, no,
I think we talked
agree.
about in the
I agree.
podcast that it was kind of done to help boost Creed, because in Creed 2, you got the return of Drago.
Oh man, whoo! I can't wait to watch Creed 2. I'm watching that after I finish up Creed.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm going to have the whole
so good,
backstory. I'm going to have the whole backstory and everything.
What a great fuck. Yeah, Drago was fantastic, man. What a great character to pit against Rocky. God
I'm so hyped. I was like, of all the times
Especially
in my
now I have
life.
to see the director's cut, because you definitely got a lot more backstory than you see in the theatrical.
Ooh.
Because like I said, in
Yeah.
the theatrical cut, he hardly speaks at all, except for "I must break you."
Yeah. Yeah, he talks way more in the director's cut. And you get way more of his character.
Right.
And that's one of the things that's so good about Rocky movies is the bad guys are never one-dimensional.
No.
They have their own motivations, and you still kind of root for them in some way because they have just as valid a reason to win as Rocky does. And fucking Rocky doesn't win his first fight.
No,
he doesn't win in one. I had no idea. I had no idea he did not win.
Yeah. How mind-blowing is that? That movie would never be made with an ending like that today, right? There's no way that whoever's like Marky Wahlberg, fucking Jake Gyllenhaal, both of them made boxing movies. I guarantee you, at the end of the day, they won their fights.
Oh, man, watching those montages and those workouts and stuff, because a lot of those exercises I've done.
Yeah.
And they fucking hurt. I remember being so sore I could barely move my legs to walk and not being able to lift my shirt up above my head because I was so sore from exercising. So I watched this and I'm like, oh, fucking feel ya. I see you doing those burpees and those jump squats and
Do you have that song on your workout mix now?
Oh, no, it's been there.
Oh, okay.
Number 1, my warm-up song is always Psycho Killer. Number 2, the opening song is always Eye of the Tiger. The finisher is always Mortal Kombat. Anything in between I'll change depending on my mood, but those are always there.
Solid. Those are solid. What about you then, Tim? What have you been consuming this week?
I have some new stuff I watched.
Oh,
I saw Scream
okay.
6.
I'm sorry.
Oh, how was it? That's what I've heard.
Except for one scene on the subway, which I think you see in the trailer a little bit, and the part where they're in the supermarket getting chased with a shotgun, but that didn't make any sense at all. Like, motherfucker's not Walmart. You gotta find them in a bodega. You know what I would recommend for the next movie? Don't have any legacy characters in it.
Okay.
Be stand on its own merits.
Just make it that the killer isn't somehow related to the people that we're seeing on the screen.
Just like Star Wars.
Just give me a one-time thing where the killer is just some fucking person that you only see for like 3 seconds at the beginning of the movie because they bump into somebody in a supermarket. And that's
like
it.
A giallo.
Yeah. It's so fucking ridiculous where you're watching this movie now and you're like, all right, I know there's always at least 2 Ghostface killers. And spoiler alert, there might be more than 2 Ghostface killers in this movie.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Because they got to up the ante, I guess. But then it's also like, I know it's one of these people. And I know the one that is trying to make me think right now in the middle of the movie, it's not that person. So just make it where it's, where just one time the mask comes off and everybody's like, who the fuck are you?
That would be good.
Wait. We've never met this person. What the fuck's going on here?
Just some random person who's seen all the stab movies and went crazy and fucking decided to kill these people, right? That's it.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, because in all these movies, all the people close to them never get to do it. So maybe somebody with fresh eyes could kill them, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. But,
or just, quit making Scream movies.
It makes too much money, man.
I know.
That's it. I mean, it's a horror movie, so I can't bash him for making a horror movie, all right? So that's always good.
My husband was going on about the shoestring budget of the first Rocky movie.
Oh, yeah.
A budget of $900,000. That's like $7 million today.
Mm-hmm.
Most
and
horror
how much
movies
money that movie made?
Would fucking kill to have a budget of $900,000 in today's money.
Yeah.
But it's fun because it's a change of perspective because my husband got to live vicariously through me because I was experiencing Rocky for the first time. But then he didn't understand how high of a budget $900,000 actually is, even in today's money, for horror movies. So I hear $900,000, I'm like, oh, that's a lot of money. Oh, they're good.
Yeah. No kidding, man. Nowadays, most of the horror movies that I've been watching, I'll have a budget of about $5,000.
Ooh, I started to watch All Eyes. I'm like halfway through it.
All Eyes? What's that?
Yeah,
one?
you recommended that one where the podcaster and someone gets, in the very beginning of the movie, they kill their girlfriend or whatever.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I remember that one.
That movie was clearly made for less than $900,000.
Yeah, that had no budget. That is a fantastic movie, though. Very.
Well, I imagine you got an iPhone 14 Pro and a halfway decent program on your computer. You could make a movie for maybe $50,000, right?
I'm just saying, he was going on and on about how low budget the movie was, the first Rocky movie, and I was like, that ain't shit compared to horror movies, what they usually have to go with. Right.
You're like, bitch, hold my drink. I got this. Let me show you low budget.
Yeah, Halloween.
Fuck in the woods, too.
Halloween 1978's budget was $325,000.
Yeah.
So put that in perspective.
A third of Rockies. That's crazy to think of. All right. So what have I been...
Hold on, I got 2 more things. I'll just
okay. Yeah, go for it.
I watched a documentary streaming somewhere. I don't know where it is, but I bet you'll be able to find it in the blood bank by the time this comes out. It's called We Got a Monster.
Okay, what's that?
It's there was a show on HBO called We Own the City, a limited series with John Blumenthal about the Baltimore cops, the gun task force.
Oh, okay.
And how they start out where they're all already criminal cops.
Yeah.
But somehow or another, they all get managed to be put on the same, fucking carte blanche police force. And they're just planting drugs, planting guns on motherfuckers left and right, fucking robbing people. They're pulling people over in the car. They're stealing the drugs from the car. While they're holding there, he's calling his fucking bail bondsman friend, telling him to go to their house and look inside their safe and get the money up before the other cops show up. All this shit. Really, really good. And last but not least, I saw Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Oh, boy. How was
I've heard
that?
good things.
Holy fuck. This is the best Marvel trilogy out of all the fucking Marvel movies. I can't believe... When I saw the first one, I had no expectations of it. I didn't know anything about them at all, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because Guardians of the Galaxy, that was... What was the movie that was right before that came out, Candice?
What, Guardians of the
Galaxy? There was no build up to them or anything like that.
The first one? No, it came out of left field.
It was so fucking good. I know you didn't see it, Eddie, but I know you saw it, Candice, and it was so fucking good. The second one, I still like the first one better.
I still like the first one better, but it's got a lot more emotion in the second one.
And you got Kurt Russell in it, right?
Yep.
Can't go wrong with Kurt Russell as God.
Mm-hmm. True.
And this third one, holy fuck. Goddamn. I can't wait to see what James Gunn does with DC.
Well, don't put too high of hopes. DC's cursed. I swear.
No. I think I know it might be completely wrong, but I think so far, based on all the stuff I've seen by James Gunn, he knows how to fucking do comic book movies.
Well, he knows how to make good movies. Slither. That was a great movie.
Yeah, there's a story to this fucking movie. I got choked up a couple of times in this fucking movie.
Yeah, I heard it's pretty emotional too. As far as like getting emotionally invested, and then I've heard some bad stuff happens to people that you care about.
Well, I don't want to spoil it because it just came out this weekend, but I highly, highly recommend seeing this movie.
Okay.
And also go see Slither. That's one that I feel like a lot of people slept on that one.
Where are you going to go see it? You mean go stream it or something?
Yeah, go stream Slither.
Yeah, go to the Blood Bank and watch it.
Yeah. Okay, so I've consumed basically nothing. I've been trying to...
That's good for a runtime.
Yeah, no, for sure. I've you know what, though? We've actually had a couple of little holidays recently. We had... Well, yeah, Tim, first of all...
Who's we?
We, the people of the United States of America, Candice.
Okay.
What first holiday? One... What's that?
What? Okay, go into it. You're going into it. First one.
Yeah, no problem. The first one you've got is, of course, May 4th, right?
May the 4th be with you.
Yeah, it's you nerds. May 4th, May the 4th be with you.
I actually didn't care. I think I'm burnt out.
Oh, I've never cared. I'm not saying that. So I celebrated
you'll take the day off anyway, right?
Yeah, of course. I celebrated that by not watching any Star Wars shit, because why would I? I did hear... Did you see the screenshots though of the new Star Wars game coming out where you're like a Sith?
No, Jedi Master, right?
No. That's the one that already came out. There's one coming
Jedi
out.
Order, right? Yeah.
Yeah. That one just came out. No, Jedi Survivor just came out. There's another one coming out though where you play as a Sith.
Ooh, can I torture people?
Yeah. Hold on here.
Grand Theft Auto with a Sith? Oh.
No, he's making a joke. He's building something up because I haven't heard anything about
this. But before
this.
he gets a joke off and takes all the fucking air out of Star Wars, I also forgot I saw the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi in a movie theater since the last time I saw
it, which
was 40 years ago. Holy fuck. It's a special edition. I left right before they showed the fucking shot of Anakin Skywalker as a space fucking Force ghost. Because I'm like, no, I can't take it. And I know there's no stinger for this movie, so I got up and left before that. But it was just so crazy. Just thinking, wow, 40 years ago, I was sitting in a fucking movie theater and like, holy shit, I can't believe I'm seeing at that point, I thought the last Star Wars.
All right, I found a screenshot of it. I put it up in the chat, Candice.
Oh, God. God damn it, Eddie.
I'm not
God damn it.
Dick pic?
Oh, it's a dick pic, all right. Yep, it's Jar Jar Binks's dick pic. Jar Jar Binks looking thick as hell. Dummy thick in this.
Dick. You can see his
ass. It's also his
too.
Ass. It's a scrotum and his butthole. He's gaping it. Yep.
You know what we should do, Candice? We should we should trick Eddie and do the whole deep dive into how Jar Jar Binks is really a Sith Lord.
Oh no, I've heard that story.
Everything about that theory.
And the second holiday, Candice, CInco De Mayo, which is stands for the 5th of May.
Oh, does it? And what celebration? Why do people celebrate Cinco de Mayo?
Well, it's a hold on here. Let me get some stuff.
Yeah, let me pull up Google because I don't actually know the answer.
No. So Cinco de Mayo is a celebration of Mexican independence.
Independence from whom?
From the Spanish. Yeah. Any more fucking brain busters there?
Wasn't there like a big battle or something like that on that day? I get to show you my my world history, but
Oh yeah, they had a big fight. I think that was the Alamo, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, it's the Alamo. Cinco de Mayo is when you're celebrating the Alamo.
The Alamo.
Oh, you think they were fighting the Spanish, Eddie?
Yeah, at the Alamo.
Yeah, at the Alamo. They were fighting the Spanish at the Alamo. Yeah,
yep, and then they won.
That's the reason for Cinco de Mayo.
And that's why they always say never forget the Alamo.
Never forget Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah,
that's what they said.
So then that's why we all celebrate.
Remember the Alamo?
Right. That's why we all celebrate at Applebee's with their $2 margaritas.
Yes, exactly.
So I just want to say, everybody, happy Cinco de Mayo. Happy May the 4th.
That's it.
And May Day. We had May Day also, right?
Yeah, I don't believe in May Day.
Dance around the maypole.
What, are you fucking management?
What?
You don't believe in May Day?
No. I have to pick some holidays that I have to not believe in, and I think Arbor Day, May Day,
Who made
and Flag
you do
Day.
that?
Me.
What is the logic behind it?
Me.
What's
Arbor
the
Day,
reason?
May Day, and Flag Day don't exist.
Why?
Because they're bullshit. Who cares about them? Have you ever? Okay, Candice, what's your favorite May Day memory?
I'm not Catholic, so I don't have one.
Okay, what about you, Tim? What was your favorite Arbor Day?
My favorite Arbor Day is when my family went out and planted a tree.
Bullshit.
There you go,
That's it. Planted a tree.
No one believes you had a yard growing up.
Yeah, how'd they do it? Did you know what it is? Your uncle probably threw an acorn down a manhole.
Yeah, it's one of those sewer trees.
Yeah. It's got a bunch of crocodiles underneath it.
Yeah, it's down there with the albino crocodiles and the white marijuana that grows from all the seeds that got flushed.
Pizza Rat lives in that oak tree now.
Pizza Rat, yeah. The Ninja Turtles are down there with Splinter, of course. And the deformed brother from the movie we're covering here. He's a real Phantom of the Opera type, this fella. Because we're getting into 2005's House of Wax by Dark Castle Entertainment. And first of all, Candice.
Yep.
Why this one?
Well, I originally was thinking House on Haunted Hill.
Yeah.
Because that's a more iconic remake that Dark Castle Pictures did.
Right.
But I picked this one because I feel like House of Wax is an overlooked movie. I think a lot of people didn't watch it because Paris Hilton was in it. And they're like, I fucking hate her. I'm not going to watch this movie. So it bombed. But this movie has a lot going for it. And it needs a fresh set of eyes watching it. So I'm encouraging people to watch this movie because there's a lot to like in it.
Fresh set of eyes that are mostly 40 plus. Gotcha. Okay. So what's your history with this movie?
I also did not watch it when it came out because I also hated Paris Hilton.
Nice.
But I would always binge horror movies that I missed while I was in college. When I would have breaks, I would binge all the horror movies that had come out that I didn't have time to watch. And this was on there. So I was like, sure, whatever. I'll just watch it. And was pleasantly surprised at how much I enjoyed it. I was like, oh, this is actually a good movie.
Yeah, it was Brian Van Holt, right? You saw him and you're like, hey, wait a minute.
No, but there was a certain character in this movie, certain actor, that I would then go on to become a huge fan of. And I think you know who I'm talking about, Eddie.
Yeah. Chad Michael Murray.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
One Tree Hill all the way, baby.
Yeah. It wasn't Jared, was it?
Jared Padalecki? Could he possibly be that person?
Gee, I wonder. Anyhow, we'll get to that. So what about you, Tim? What is your history with House of Wax?
I know. Definitely. I did not see this when it first came out because, like Candice said and everybody else, I hated Paris Hilton. And I was not going to see anything with her in it because if she's in it, it's a joke, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's a shit movie. Yeah.
Not just a shit movie, but that I think Eddie's wife said it. That's the gimmick. That Paris Hilton is in the movie?
Yeah, there'd be nothing else to it other than, everybody hates Paris Hilton. Don't you want to see her die? So she's in this horror movie. Mm-hmm. And they thought that would draw people in.
Have sex almost.
And like no one's seen that shit before. And then they thought that would draw people in, but it did the exact opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, push people away.
It pushed people away, exactly.
But then I started dating my wife, and she likes horror movies, but she doesn't like ghost movies or vampire movies, anything.
She likes the gore.
So she's like me. She doesn't like all the stupid crap.
Well, no, it
Shut
has
the
to be
fuck up,
something
Eddie.
really, really good for her.
Right.
Like the first Paranormal Activity, I told you she loved it because she was
what
a little bit not in her proper mind, and I told her this was something that was real that I got off the internet. And when that door slammed, holy shit!
Oh, I love it, Tim.
But so I'm trying to find movies that we can watch. And I came across this, and I'm like, all right. I mean, I thought, because I saw the original movie of Vincent Price many times, so I thought it was going to be kind of like that, but then it turned out to be something completely different, except for the name of the movie and having wax in it. But I was really surprised how much I liked it, and this is one of her all-time fucking favorite horror movies. This is a movie that this is like The Godfather or Goodfellas.
Weird.
Yeah, it's who knows? She's got weird taste in movies sometimes.
And men. So
she hates Star Wars. So
good.
My god! I swear to God, the times that we're going to get divorced is one time she's going to go a step too far about Star Wars.
She's going to I don't know, say that
that stupid thing.
The prequels were better.
I'm going to see the 40th anniversary. Oh, shut up! I don't care.
Yeah. Tim snaps. Oh, man. So, okay, so you've seen the original. Candice, have you seen the original House of Wax?
No.
Okay. You don't really need to in the context of this episode.
Oh, no. There's nothing. Yeah. There's not even, I don't think
literally nothing.
I know of it, but that's about it.
Of course.
Vincent Price.
Exactly. So, you know what? I have a similar thing going on here. I just saw that. I was like, Paris Hilton? Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Yep.
That guided me through most of my life, that idea. And you know what?
Watch A Simple Life?
No, Tim, I've got to watch that.
You'll watch people who are mentally unwell on YouTube for hours.
Oh my God. Have you guys checked out
Paris Hilton?
No, I haven't checked it out because even though I don't believe in God, I still want to save my soul.
Tim, you've got to watch Fish Tank, buddy. It's fantastic. The guy who wants to be Andrew Tate because he thinks Andrew Tate's watching but has a speech impediment got eliminated. So now controversy.
So Andrew Tate doesn't watch anything that has somebody with a speech impediment. So now that guy's out, Andrew Tate
has nothing. Yeah, Andrew Tate has nothing to do with this. They just convinced this guy that Andrew Tate's paying attention to it. And so he's changed his mannerisms.
Yeah, you'll watch that. But not Paris Hilton. That's crazy to me. Because to me, I group them in the same category. People you don't need to pay attention to.
I'll be honest with you. I'm considered. That's why I got Hogan Knows Best for the Blood.
Oh God!
All 4 seasons. Yeah, dude. The episode when he rubs lotion on his 17-year-old daughter's ass in a bikini.
What?
Tim, you thought MILF Manor was bad, buddy. You have no idea. Hogan wants to fuck his daughter.
Is there a scene where she gets up and goes, "Oh man, I just got too much porked by my dad"?
No, but he does finger her cleavage.
Oh,
what?
He rubs his
her chest cleavage or her cheeks cleavage?
Her chest cleavage.
Okay.
He uses
either way, it's wrong, Tim.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to figure out because Eddie already set it up that he was putting suntan lotion on her ass.
Right.
So I'm trying to figure out how he got from the ass to the cleavage in the front.
Well, some guys are tit men, some guys are ass men. Hogan's both.
He's a daughter man. Yeah,
he's a daughter man. Yeah. Oh man, but there's I have to figure out the window, and maybe you guys could help me with this. There was an era of reality television. It was right after the writer's strike, of course, right?
Yeah.
But before everybody wanted to be famous on social media, where people would go on reality shows and not give a fuck what they said or did. Like they weren't trying
Big Brother.
Right. Yeah. Like you weren't trying to
because there weren't any consequences yet. It wasn't even Wild West. You didn't know that going on Big Brother and saying that you hate gay people and you don't want to be in the same room with somebody who has HIV is going to ruin your fucking life or make you a right-wing fucking media star.
Right. It's not even that, though. Like, now I'll watch even a cooking show, right, where it's like a cooking competition show. Half of the contestants are TikTok cooks. And that's the
name of the game, though. You have to do that.
Their affectations are going to be considered mental illness very soon. The way that they fucking behave is inhuman.
Well, watching all those documentaries on horror movies, and the people they have talking majority of the time are podcasters.
Well, that's good. At least they're not TikTok people.
Yeah, because podcasting is so much better.
Well, TikTok is for young people, and podcasts are not for young people, right?
Just go watch any, like I said, that Next Level Chef show or whatever. Go watch that, and then just wait until somebody pops up and you're like, this is the most insufferable cunt I've ever fucking heard in my life.
They're a podcaster.
And no, they're fucking celebrity TikTok chefs. And this fucking bitch. Oh my God. She grabbed the lobster. She's like, I don't even know what this is or like what to do with it. And It's like, well, why? You're in a cooking competition, right?
You boil a fucking lobster. If you can't make fucking, I don't know, lobster Newburg or anything like that, whatever the fuck that is, if that's still a thing, you boil a fucking lobster until it's like a pinkish color, and then you eat it, right?
Now, Tim, that's my point, though. This person wants to be famous for cooking, and she doesn't know what to do with a lobster.
You fuck it.
Anyhow, back to my point, though. There was an era of reality television where people weren't like getting onto it to use it as a springboard for their social media career.
I'll say I know exactly when that stopped. I'll tell you.
Okay.
Survivor season 3.
Survivor season 3 is when that stopped. Okay.
That stopped. That's when people just started realizing, wait a second, I can make a career out of this. This is something that's going to get my face on TV. I don't necessarily have to want to win it or do it. I just need to be memorable.
Yeah. See, there's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to look up Survivor. Jesus fucking Christ. I put in Survivor season.
They're up to what, like 87 now?
It says 44.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It hasn't been on for 44 years, though. Please don't tell me that. It's been on for at least, I bet you it's been on for 20 years, because I think they have 2 seasons a year.
I love their song, Eye of the Tiger.
I watched the first 3 seasons, and then after that, I was like, no, fuck this shit.
Well placed, Candice. Well placed. So season 3, Tim, would have been in 2001.
Yep, that's about it.
I'm gonna challenge you, Tim. I'm going to say
that makes me feel old.
When was Danny Bonaducci's reality show?
That was the aughts. That was the 2000s, because I remember.
Yeah, but he's a special breed, Bonaducci, right?
Yeah,
he's been doing that his whole life.
That was 2005. So I'm going to say I'm going to say you have a window up to 2007 at the latest.
All right. Well, no. Let's put this. We can both be right, because 2001 Survivor 3 was the start of when that was it for reality TV. You weren't getting real people for the most part. You were getting people who had a side gig that they were trying to promote on being on the show.
Right.
Because if you watch, was it Flavor Flav, The Love of Flav, or whatever the fuck that show was?
Flavor of Love, yes.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Fucking Brooklyn.
Yeah.
In New York. Oh, shit. New York.
That was a good...
See, she got like 3 other fucking shows because of how she was on The Flavor of Love.
That was a good show to watch, for sure.
Versus what?
Versus paying attention to and listening to them talk. If I have to be blunt about it. Man. So yeah, I've got to dip back into those old reality shows. So I've got to check out Simple Life. But until then, we can enjoy Paris from the comfort of our own homes, from the bank,
you might say
watching
a night in Paris.
Yeah,
we can spend one night with Paris.
We sure can. In this movie. So, part of Dark Castle Entertainment's horror remake experiment, House of Wax, was directed by Sarah. Jaume. I tried. Yum Sarah, who would go on to direct Orphan.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like that movie.
1 and 2?
And 1. I don't know about 2.
Did you see 2? Did you guys see Orphan 2?
2's fun. 2
is so fucking good.
Fun.
I can't believe how good it was.
Yes.
Oh, Tim,
it knew exactly what it was doing. It understood the assignment.
Yeah.
You know those are totally the kind of movies I like. So I watched them both. I have a tattoo.
Oh, God, you have an orphan tattoo?
No, I have a little Orphan Annie tattoo. It's okay.
You kind of look like Daddy Warbucks a little bit. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, you son of a bitch. You got it in. Oh, shit.
But you know what else this guy directed very recently that you two probably adore? Black Adam.
He directed Black Adam?
Yeah, Black Adam.
I fucking hated Black Adam. I fucking hated that movie.
Why? It's Marvel.
No, it's not. It's DC, you stupid son of a bitch.
Superman. That's the real depth of Superman was fucking Black Adam.
They got all the heroes with the suits and they're flying.
No, that's Shazam.
It's Marvel.
It's God damn it, Eddie.
Doing his thing. Yeah.
I know, and it's working.
Anyhow, based loosely, and by loosely I mean loosely, on Charles Belden's Mystery of the Wax Museum, written by Chad and Carrie Hayes, who wrote Diagnosis Murder.
Oh shit!
Remember that show?
Yep.
What a great! Just think about the title, Diagnosis Murder.
Okay.
That's terminal.
Very stupid. Baywatch, they wrote.
Oh, hey-o.
And here's another series of horror movies you know I love, The Conjuring.
Oh, I love the Conjuring movies.
Yeah.
The second one's one of the scariest movies I've ever seen.
Is that the one with the married couple who adopted
a
12-year-old girl?
Yes, in real life they adopted a 14-year-old girl, were her guardian, and apparently the father, Ed Warren, was slipping it to her.
It's okay because she was an old soul.
Yeah, she was very mature for her age.
It was a real...
He was possessed by a 21-year-old.
It was a real Hulk and Brooke Hogan scenario they had going on. Starring Chad Michael Murray as Nick. 3 first names. I don't trust him, but he was.
I thought I recognized this guy, but I looked up on IMDb and I see what he's in, but it's nothing I would have watched. I thought he was the guy from that new Left Behind movie.
No, he was in the Left Behind movie.
No, he was in the Left Behind movie with Nicolas Cage.
Oh, okay.
But the new one that just came out, part 2, with Kevin Sorbo and that white hair guy. Remember, Candice, you said something about how that white hair guy, whatever.
Oh, yes. Oh,
how
fuck.
If he's not the devil, it's a waste of time.
Yeah, because he's always a bad guy.
He's not the devil. No, he's not.
Oh,
he plays a bad
stupid
guy. He plays Jeff Bezos kind of in this movie, but he's not the devil. But I was pretty sure that he was the new Buck, whatever that fucking dickhead name Kirk Cameron's character was. Buck Williams or Buck something. My name is Buck, and I don't fuck because I believe in Jesus Christ.
Well, he was in the 2014 Left Behind as Buck Williams.
Motherfucker! So is he in the new one? Because I swear to God, he looked like him. So he was in the one with Nicolas Cage that was like the one that almost had nothing at all to do with the real Left Behind movies. It was all like on an airplane. And
but you're saying there's...
Buck Williams, and he's Buck Williams in the new one, part 2, with Kevin Sorbo. I knew it. I'm like, I knew this guy's fucking face is familiar. He's such a smug fucking smuck. And Candice, how the fuck did you want to bang that guy? What the hell is wrong with you? I didn't know.
I was making a joke. It's not Chad Michael Murray.
Yeah, why do you want to fuck that guy, Candice? Probably. That's weird. You might have recognized him from, and just by the title of this, guess how I feel about it as a movie. The Haunting in Connecticut 2, Ghosts of Georgia.
That's actually a good movie.
Wait a second.
Okay, listen to me.
Is the girl's name Georgia? It better be her fucking name. Better be Georgia
Tim,
because this is Connecticut.
They're in Georgia, Connecticut.
Nope. They're actually in Savannah, Georgia. It's actually a really good movie. I disregarded it. Okay,
what does it have to do with Connecticut?
Nothing. They were only using that to get this other movie made. The Haunting in Georgia was the original movie, but they tacked on the Connecticut so people would actually, for like more marketing.
Effective immediately, this podcast is now called the official podcast of the Ghostbusters franchise, Bloody Bits Horror Show.
But no, the Ghosts of Georgia is actually a good movie. It's surprisingly gory and scary, and it's a legitimately good movie. It got shit-hosed by being called Haunting of Connecticut 2, Ghosts of Georgia. Like, it's actually a good movie that no one watched it because they're like, that's the stupidest fucking title I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, everybody assumed that, the person's name has to be Georgia who's getting haunted, right? They can't be that kind of stupid. And then they saw Savannah Georgia, nah, I want my money back.
Or Tim, maybe her name was Connecticut. You never know.
She might have been on Flavor of Love, Connecticut.
Yeah.
But just like this movie, don't disregard it. That's actually a good movie.
I think you nailed it. One of the things I hate about those haunting movies is how bloodless they are generally.
Yeah, because
part of it.
They're supposed to be about spooky atmosphere and jump scares. It's not about blood.
Oh, Eddie, there's a Korean movie I think from 2020 called The Closet.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be up your alley, Candice. You're going to like it.
Okay.
It's a haunting movie.
It's going to be up my closet.
Can I just say, in this movie, Chad Michael Murray, who he reminded me of at least was now I'm blanking on his name. Hold on. Zach Krager from Whitest Kid You Know.
He does look like him.
Very Krager back in the day look.
That's true. They could be brothers.
They could. You know what? Maybe they are.
No, that's true.
Maybe they were.
Name.
Maybe they were conjoined.
It was Zach Murray.
And all the talent went with with Zach Krager during the amputation process, separate, whatever it's called. So for the gimmick, Paris Hilton plays Paige.
Nope.
You might remember her from Repo, the genetic opera.
I do remember Repo, the genetic opera. That's a great movie.
Now we stepped on your joke, Tim. Please, you have the floor.
No, you can fix it in editing. Wasn't that good anyway?
No, I'm not going to. She was also, of course, in the show The Simple Life.
Ugh.
And like I said, sucking dick on night vision.
With her sex tape that got accidentally released. One Night in Paris.
There'd be no Simple Life if it wasn't for A Night in Paris.
God, remember when celebrity sex videos were like the big hot thing? Everybody, because you would never see a celebrity nude in real life because they didn't do that in movies very much. So there was no like porn or that you could get a hold of easily. So then you're like a celebrity sex tape that you could get a hold of easily.
Okay.
Well, no, I think wasn't that the first one that you could get on the internet?
That was the dawn of commercial use of the internet. Was One Night in Paris,
which is funny.
Porn makes all the technology move forward. I tell you.
Originally, wasn't the bit that was like leaked and she didn't want people to see it?
Yeah.
But then you found out that she made it and sold it to. It was
a celebrity stunt. Yeah.
Kind of like Kim Kardashian, right?
You know what? Hats off to her because she took a big fucking chance. Because, like Candice said, there was before that there was never anything like that except for you know what? No, wait, hold on. I'm sorry.
Is there a celebrity sex tape before that?
Rob Lowe.
Oh,
and he was banging two underage girls, and he's still in TV movies and TV shows and movies.
Yeah, that's true, Tim. That's a little different though. That's a little, you know what?
Well, that put his career on hold for a little bit, but all right, here's the difference. He's a dude, okay? And he's banging two chicks, and even if they're underage, that's not going to ruin his career, right?
Oh,
not at the time.
Here she is. She's not even famous. She's just some rich bitch who, at that point, it could have been like, look at her just getting banged out like a fucking slut, and that would have been it. She would have never fucking done anything at all. So she took a chance, so hats off to her.
That's true.
Oh, you know what, Candice?
What?
I'm curious. Do you think 2015, right? Okay. Eli Roth picks up his phone, calls Rob Lowe. He says, "Listen, I'm making this movie. Knock knock. I think you'd be good for it."
I hate that fucking movie.
Oh, it's fucking sucks.
It's the least Keanu movie ever, right?
It's probably the worst. Yeah. Hey, speaking of, I learned something today. Keanu was going to be in a Marvel movie. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, he was
He's Constantine. That's DC.
Okay, before that, though, Tim. Remember when they were making X-Men movies and they found out the guy making them was a pedophile?
Yeah, Bryan Singer. Well,
apparently the last of those X-Men movies he was going to make, he'd cast Keanu Reeves in it as Gambit.
What?
That's a weird
awful.
Cast. It's a terrible cast.
Who did they end up doing that to? Why am I thinking Channing Tatum?
Channing Tatum was Gambit?
Tates?
Yeah, who was Gambit in that movie?
Oh, in the X-Men Origins Wolverine?
Yeah.
Who did play? He was the dude who played John Carter later. Like his career bombed because his two big breakout roles were X-Men Origins Wolverine and John Carter. So you never heard from that fucking guy again.
Oh, you know what? I saw that one.
Not his fault.
No, it's not his fault, but he had very poor casting choice.
I saw that Wolverine
Those
movie.
were the worst bombs of all time.
No, the Wolverine movie was good.
Shut the fuck up, Eddie.
You didn't see that?
God damn it.
That's the best part of Deadpool.
That
right?
one, yeah, Deadpool was in it.
Make Deadpool stop talking. That's the best choice you could make.
Deadpool was
They
in
didn't
it.
have Ryan Reynolds at the time. What are they going to do?
What was Lady Wolverine? What was her name?
Lady
something?
Deathstrike.
No, X something, Dippy.
Oh, the hot
X13,
one. Yeah.
X23.
Like, I'll still take a hand job off of her.
Hike. Yeah. So yeah, that's Paris Hilton, ladies and gentlemen. Alicia Cuthbert as Carly. She broke out as Megan on the Are You Afraid of the Dark TV show.
I thought she was a stand-up for Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah, I could see that. And of course, she was in The Girl Next Door, Tim's favorite movie.
Oh, God.
And Candice, for you, Old School.
Yep. Yes, she was everywhere in the 2000s.
So that's how I got to Old School, finding out it came out in 2003.
There you go, Tim.
That's a rabbit hole.
Yeah, she was going to be the next hottest star.
Mm-hmm.
See how well that worked out for her.
Almost as
Don't ask
hot.
why I was looking her up on the internet.
Yeah.
Did she ever make a sex video? Click, 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 click.
She's in a Paris Hilton video, though. A music video that Paris Hilton did. I saw that on IMDb. Like 2 years after this movie came out, so they must have became friends on the set.
That was the other funny thing, is that Hulk Hogan was using his swing to try to get his daughter a career as a musician.
What do you mean his swing? Why do you say that when I'm thinking? When you say that,
yeah,
that,
don't
I'm thinking
say
about
swing.
his dick now, right?
His old balls.
His meat. He was trying to use all of his meaty swing with the industry. Try to forcefully penetrate through the veil to insert his daughter.
Just help her get a finger in the door, yeah.
Yeah, just at least the tip, just so he could pry it open, much like a goatsy. And then
So the next bonus episode is going to be Hogan Knows Best, right?
Yep.
The cleavage show.
Tim, that show got so bad, they ran out of shit to do in the second season. They got a fucking monkey. Not even kidding you. That's what I'm saying. We got to cover it. No, so the next biggest star in this one, who would go on to great things,
Yes,
is the monkey from Nope. Candice.
That monkey was later on in Nope.
Hey, he's
Candice.
got a nickname.
You know him.
Oh, yes.
You love him.
I do.
Brian Van Holt, who played
Shut the
Bo.
God damn it.
He was in that underground comedy movie, Tim. You
You're not
remember
going to
that?
mention him, are you?
What is it?
You're not going to mention him just to spite me.
He was also in Black Hawk Down.
Good
And
for
that's
fucking
about
him.
it. He didn't really do anything horror. Then Candice.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a bloody buddy too. Did you know that?
Is he?
Yeah. John Abrams, he was in The Faculty as
God
Fuck You Boy.
Damn it.
And then this other guy, Jared Pakadaki or something.
It's Jared Padalecki. Jared Padalecki.
Yeah, he
It's
was
Which
in.
one is he?
He
He
was.
is Sam Winchester in Supernatural. He's
Yeah.
Sam Squatch.
He plays.
Who's he in this movie?
He's the guy in the garbage truck.
Oh my God! Wait,
The tall
that's
one.
the guy you like?
Yeah, the guy that had all of the what do you call
The
it?
roadkill guy.
He's
Yeah, the roadkill guy.
He's the boyfriend in this movie. Jared Padalecki is the boyfriend in this movie.
Huh? No.
Oh,
he's-
the one that everybody
fucking
likes.
hairdo?
No, his adorable curls, okay, and beautiful green eyes.
That's not curls. He's got a fucking Justin Bieber before Justin Bieber.
No, he just has floppy hair. He's a floppy-haired youth. He's also the hottest thing that has ever been on
Candice, you're
television.
too old to say that.
At the time, I was also a youth.
He probably stunk like dead roadkill. I don't know how hot he was.
Jared Padalecki, yes, Sam Winchester from Supernatural, and he's also in the Friday the 13th remake.
That he is. And what else, Candice?
Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, Gilmore.
I thought you were going to say
No,
Supernatural.
Candice, he was in Cry Wolf.
What the fuck is Cry Wolf?
Candice. 2005, Cry Wolf. It's about...
See, nobody wanted to see that movie because they were sick and they didn't
Can I
believe
give you a hint? The title is technically Cry_Wolf.
Oh god, is it like a not cyber crimes,
Yep.
but like the killer uses the internet?
Exactly, Candice.
Oh no, that's why I never watched
From
it.
05. Dude, that's quickly becoming my favorite genre of horror. Bad cyber-related shit from
There's
the
got to be a
early
lot of movies
2000s.
we can do on that. That
There
that
are.
could be a month, right?
It's like a
yeah.
sub genre unto itself.
Yep. They're so fucking
Unfriended.
That one.
So nice they made it twice
Fear.
within 2 years. Yeah.
Remember Fear?
Oh, fear.com.
Yeah.
Fear.com, yeah.
Fear. That was the knockoff.
That was the asylum.
Wishmaster or something like that with the computer.
It's so bad, Tim. There's one that came out this year called Ghost Webcam.
Ghost has a webcam? What?
No, the webcam is dead.
The battery died, but it still records.
Yeah, the battery died.
Do you think someone's made a Shark Attack internet shark movie?
Ooh,
where
so it's like a virus?
Yeah, it's like a physical shark that can go inside of the internet and attack people through the screens.
Oh, Candice, you just fucking made the next fucking Sharknado movie.
Fuck yeah, hire me. I'm ready. I got
Cyber Shark.
Cyber Shark. Fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cyber Shark. It's no longer safe to surf the web.
Yes.
Yeah. No. See, I'm thinking about something with a net. How the shark finally beats the net or something like that, right? But surf the web is also good.
I think surfing's better, Tim.
Oh, when you surf the web, the net won't keep you safe.
That doesn't make any sense.
No. Okay.
Nope. You're out of this project.
I'll tell you what, Candice.
The moment's over.
I'll tell you what, Candice. You have till the end of the episode to come up with a better answer.
I come up with the core idea.
That's it. That's the big ones, the big names in this movie. Film was a flop. It cost them $40 million.
All on screen.
All 100% on screen with Paris Hilton. No, it's honestly mostly because the director insisted on practical effects for everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You can tell.
Yeah.
Except for some of the fire. That's right.
It. There's some,
other than that.
Yeah, some of the fire. Well, there's a reason some of the fire was done CGI, Tim.
Well,
turns
they
out
were filming on a wax set.
No, while they were filming this movie, they burned down a soundstage.
They went the Sam Fuller route. I like that.
Yeah.
And last day of shooting, we're going to finish this big. What can they do? They got to put it in the movie.
The set designer went method.
Method set designer.
He was on meth.
Yeah, I mean, that would make sense too. $40 million budget, but overall it made $70 million, which is decent, but it didn't recoup the advertising and marketing budget.
No, it washed its face, basically.
Basically, yeah. The other note I have is there was apparently some sort of a reality series that was based on the making of this movie on MTV.
What?
Yeah.
What was it called?
A reality series based on the making of this movie.
Right. So you know how they'll do like a behind the scenes, like here's the behind the scenes feature that's on the DVD. Take that, stretch it out, follow the celebrities around all the way to the premiere and everything, and make it a season of television on MTV.
Oh, so you mean like with the actual cast of this movie?
Yeah.
Okay, see, I'm thinking like they fucking like put a casting call and like people were like I was showing up to like see if I can get a part on the show, something like that. Okay, well that makes a little bit of sense. I don't know if I call that a reality show though, but
I mean, a documentary, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I could just see that. Well, we're either going to go with Chad Michael Murray or Tim Yobo.
Hey, back then I was a different man.
You were like a young Chad Michael Murray.
I was like a young Yobo.
And I have to say though, the intro to this, solid. You open up.
Oh yes, I love the cinematography of this opening. This movie took some real steps with their tone and design and style. Like this movie really took some bold steps with its style, and I think it works for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part, totally agree.
Yeah, I think it's no surprise that we all recommend this movie right off the bat.
Yeah, definitely go check it out. I mean, I think that's
you don't have to listen to the rest of the podcast now. Skip ahead 3 hours.
No, so. And I think you could say that for all of our remake month, because most of these are going to be good.
So far, we've been really lucky because they've been good and they've been nothing but fucking great practical effects.
Yeah. Well, that's been
that's
why,
don't fuck it up next week, whoever's picking it.
That's my whole reason for watching these movies is because these are good remakes.
Right. Next week, we're doing that Nightmare on Elm Street.
No, we're fucking not, Eddie. No, we're not.
New Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Yeah, we're doing Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, that's the one we're doing, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Because you don't even want to subject yourself to that shit.
No, we could do the Friday the 13th remake.
I'm down for that.
No, I'm with you on Texas Chainsaw. So anyhow, we open up in the 70s, kid eating Cheerios while his mom makes a wax mask. Dad pops in, slams their crazy child into his fucking insane-o high chair.
Fucking kid. Oh my God.
I'm already thinking to myself, invest in something called a straitjacket.
Yeah.
Okay? It's going to make moving this fucking kid a lot easier.
This kid's screaming, throwing his fists around, scratching the mom, kicking everything.
It's Vincent, right? The kid's name, Vincent. Yeah,
No. That's Vincent's not the one that's doing that.
We don't know whose name it is. We don't
right. Okay. Fair. Back in the day, though, wouldn't they just like put him in the attic and just tell the other kid like don't go up there?
Yeah.
It was that
we never had a brother,
right? Because it's like what 75 it says.
Yeah.
So this was like too late to just like put him in a mental institution and lock him and throw away the key and forget about him.
Right.
And too early for getting in trouble for keeping this kid at home and not doing anything with him, right?
No, instead they're going
sweet spot.
You couldn't quite Kennedy the kid, right? Get it lobotomized and locked up in a loony bin and never visit.
Tim, I like how you have a sweet spot for kidnappings.
Not kidnappings, but like just look,
man,
we got a kid like
never
this.
The same
we
after
can
this
take
moment.
care of it ourselves, right?
Yeah. This peak kidnapping era.
Yeah, back then kids could just go missing. It was a better time,
No one questioned it. If all of a sudden your kid went missing.
Say they beat the shit out of this kid, and then speaking of a better time, you cut to the Deftones.
Oh, the music.
Buddy.
The music in this movie.
Music in this movie
is bad.
Candice.
It's bad. It's bad music. It's not even the good new metal or...
Candice.
It's not a good Deftone song.
I don't know.
The bands themselves... The bands themselves are decent enough, but the actual songs that they pick for this movie are bad.
I mean, I was never an Avenged Sevenfold guy. So
I love Avenged Sevenfold.
I can't answer to. You also like that? What was the weird Ghost band?
Ghost.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, okay, sure.
You even like
that's
Ghost
insane.
Bands. Jesus.
You'd like him too. He's a big Satanist.
Yeah. Is he trying real hard, though? Because I don't like that.
Oh, it's all about the pomp and pageantry with him, baby.
Okay. Well, it might be fun. I'll have to take a look at it. So anyhow, we meet the crew, and they're all harassing a homeless guy that,
what the fuck? It's not even a homeless guy. It looked like this was a fucking punk rocker junkie.
Yeah, it was a gutter punk that's like, look, dude, I'm shaking. I got the DTs. And the guy's like, get a job.
Immediately setting him up. He's just a nice guy.
He's my dude. Immediately. I'm like, yep, with you 100%. So they're hanging out, eating some French fries, and they're getting all pumped about going to the college football game tomorrow. Candice, who's playing who?
Fuck if I know. I don't know anything about
I know who it
football.
is. It is Florida versus Georgia. So that means it's the Georgia Bulldogs. And it could be the Florida Gators, as far as I think it's Florida Gators, and because it's Miami Hurricanes.
Yeah.
And if this is supposed to be the game that they're talking about, they are fucking crazy if they're going to show up an hour before fucking kickoff for this has got to be like one of the fucking bowl games, right?
Oh yeah. This is a bowl game. And Tim, because as soon as I saw this again, I was like, Tim is going to lose his mind.
I have written down, they don't have tickets for the big game? Scalpers?
These people are driving across states to go.
They're driving from Florida because the plates say Florida.
Yep.
And they're going to Georgia.
I have very, very recently learned the kind of traffic that big games can have because the St. Louis Cardinals opening home game was like a couple weeks ago, and I actually had to alter my work schedule so I could be off hours before the game started so I could actually leave because my office is right next to the arena.
Candice, I don't know if you even have a college in Missouri, never mind a college football team. But if you did, and if they were big and they were in a bowl game or they were in a game that was going to decide whether or not they were going to play in a bowl game, your town would be locked down for 10 days before and 3 days after.
I was talking about St. Louis, not my town.
Sorry. Well, whatever. Do you have a college now?
Well, shit. I remember what it was like when I went to NC State. Because if they were playing against UNC, that was the biggest game. And it was a fucking nightmare getting anywhere. God, it sucked. And I was always bitching about sports. Goddamn sports.
So now imagine driving across state lines without tickets and counting that you're going to be able to buy tickets outside this fucking stadium from scalpers
fucking
who aren't
idiotic.
going to be gouging you.
Oh, yeah. You're paying hundreds for that ticket, for each ticket.
Well, the only hope that they have, the one good thing that happens is when they get fucking like slowed down a little bit, they might have to get there at halftime because then those tickets are cheap. Depending on what the score is also.
Yeah, if it's like 31 to 3, yeah, you're getting cheap tickets. For sure. Oh, man. But, yeah, they're all pumped about tomorrow's game they don't have tickets for. And we get a fun little moment, right, of Paige, played by Paris, and her boyfriend making out while their friend Dalton films it.
Yeah, wait, that's the callback to One Night in Paris, because it's a night vision, and you think she's going down on someone.
Oh, that's later, yeah, in the
that's
truck.
Later, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, now this is just them making out. And then the crew new metals their way toward the game. And along the way, Blake finds a shortcut in his GPS.
I have written down 2005, how reliable is GPS on shortcuts in the South?
Not super.
We drove cross country twice before there was a Google Maps. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. I remember driving when there's like an actual paper map that you had in your car.
Yeah, no, we went to MapQuest and just printed out the directions. And we're
those days. You're trying to pay attention to the road, but you're also trying to look at the directions.
Yep. Yeah, those were the days.
Just tape it on your windshield.
And this is their driving. This is when you see the dick sucking, and she's like, "No, it's my lip gloss."
I also have a note here. How long are they going to drive on both sides of the road?
Oh yeah,
yeah. Somebody's killing somebody.
And I was like, "Is she sucking the lip gloss out of the guy's dick? Like, what's going on down there?" Because she's clearly sucking dick. Anyhow, they're all like, "All right, well, this is the woods. Let's pull over and camp." So they do.
My favorite also thing is, let's drive over this rickety fucking bridge, both of our cars at the same time.
Yeah, fuck that, man. That looked like it was rotten ass old wood. Fuck that, man. So yeah, they just find the middle of nowhere to go camping, but they do pass a Trudy's House of Wax sign. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, okay, here we go. Now we get to know the group a little bit. Okay, so Paige,
we don't like anybody, right?
Well, I like Nick. So Paige is pregnant, we find out.
Oh, possibly pregnant.
But she's all like, I've been late before. It's probably...
So she likes to raw dog it. So this isn't her first time. It's not like the condom broke, right?
No, clearly. Clearly she's been taking chances for a while.
Looking at my notes here, yeah, she likes to raw dog.
It says it on IMDb.
It does, yeah. It was one of the
One Night in Paris when you read the reviews for it.
You know how they say that your character should have a secret? That was hers. Likes getting raw dog. Nick is a dickhead that hates everybody, including his sister, who I also have. His sister and him have way more chemistry than her and her boyfriend.
I have literally the note twincest at one point.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I'm like, oh wait, so we got the evil twins and then we got the twins from Pornhub.
Yeah. Yeah. We have the step siblings and the evil twins.
Step brother just gets out of jail.
This movie was making me like quasi nostalgic because I was like, man, this movie encapsulates the 2000s.
Okay. You set yourself up because I was just gonna say like, for what? But he beat me to it.
No. No, just for the 2000s.
Yeah, back when you hung out with your brother. Hey, he's on Twitter too. I can.
Oh my god.
No, but you're right. They do have more chemistry than anybody else in this fucking.
No, it's. I get what you mean with the nostalgia too, Candice, because it's just like, man, back then nobody was like looking at their TikToks.
Well, no, I meant like the music choices they make. And the clothes that people are wearing and the technology, because you see the Nokia phones.
Oh, Candice, you know what? I got nostalgic. When I saw that phone, first of all, it's white. That's an expensive phone. That's a limited edition.
That's how you know they got money.
Mm-hmm. And I wonder how we got to the point, because I remember I'm old enough. I'm sure both of you aren't old enough to remember like when people really first started having cell phones.
Oh, I do.
No, I remember those like giant briefcase looking things.
Do you remember like the Razor by Motorola?
Yep.
Oh, I had one.
The Pebble by Motorola.
Don't know that one.
There was every fucking. There was like what 6 or 7 different companies that made phones.
Oh yeah.
And the whole thing was, look at my phone. My phone's unique. You don't have this phone.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
now
they had
it's a fucking Samsung Galaxy or a fucking iPhone. Which, don't get me wrong, I love my iPhone. It's great, but it's like everybody has the same fucking phone. And back when they first started, it was you didn't want to have the same phone. And again, it also went from having the smallest phone was the coolest thing you could have to now where having the biggest phone is the coolest thing you can have. Old man rant. Sorry, take it out.
Well, no, you've actually got on this rant before. I remember you saying these exact things before.
The thing that pissed me off is that they took the buttons off of the phones.
Oh, did you have one of those where you could slide the keyboard out?
Yep.
What was that called? A kick?
No, mine was a HTC.
Yeah, I think it was a Sidekick.
Yeah.
One. I think it was the HTC.
Oh, that's right. That's why you saw all the douchey people. Like, oh, look at these idiots fucking typing like 80 words a minute. Yeah,
they think they're so much better than us. Having to do our space to get to the actual letter that you want.
Oh, man. So all of a sudden a happening happens real quick and the wind changes and they can smell rotting meat.
Yeah, time to pull up stakes, right?
Yeah, I you know what? I wouldn't be too thrilled to camp upwind from a slaughterhouse. I think I might move, actually.
Yeah.
Well, I also have written down, I've only been camping one time, but to set up that camp has to take 2 hours to 3 hours.
Oh yeah, because those are some ornate tents.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What I wouldn't pay, by the way, to see you camping.
Me?
Yeah.
There's pictures of it, yeah.
Just like arguing with like a squirrel or something.
No, I was very at one with the nature.
No, Tim, you get mad at like sticks.
No. I was very laid back on that trip for real. I was also nice and toasty all the time, but
okay, well,
that helps.
So like it smells like shit, and they're immediately like, "Hey, Dalton, did you shit your pants again?"
And he's like, I don't know.
He's like, oh, let me check. Nope. All right, well, let's all have a party, get drunk. We're going to do some wardrobe changes.
Getting drunk doesn't get rid of that smell, does it?
No. Maybe
if anything, it might make me want to throw up more.
Smoke a little bit of weed, maybe. You just won't care about it. I don't know.
That's true. I'm going to just cover up with the weed, yeah.
And then I just have, wow, you can tell this is the early 2000s because of the line, "You look gayer than Elton John."
Yep. Oh, yeah.
So the follow-up of Elton John's gay was, okay, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
But then that party is abruptly ended when just some random dude shows up in his truck.
Just some good old boy.
It's the good old boy, yeah. Didn't mean no harm.
Who's the bigger dick in this scene?
Oh, they're both assholes.
Oh, this is a good one. It's
a dick move to drive up to people who are camping and just blare at them with your fog lights.
True.
You can't see anything.
I think somebody says, maybe we're on his property.
Yep.
Yeah.
And somebody says, we didn't see a fence, but then I was like, you didn't see a fence, but you drove over a fucking handmade fucking bridge to get to this goddamn place. That's not some fucking city thing. The state didn't fucking build that fucking bridge, right?
Yeah, I don't know about the legality of there wasn't a gate. Is that like I can walk outside if I just see somebody's car and I'm just like, hey, it's a free car, I guess. Yeah. It's not behind a gate.
It's no gate.
No. So you saying the campers were the bigger assholes?
Not the campers, but I think Nick was the bigger fucking asshole.
Yeah, because he just like chucks a beer bottle and takes out one of the headlights.
And is this because he's supposed to have had a scholarship for football? He was like supposed to be a big quarterback before he got the bad boy stamp? Because he's really a good friend. He's not that bad. He's just a good friend.
His tragic backstory.
Yeah, his tragic backstory of me and my sister were twins. She's the good one. They decided I'm the bad one.
No, he decided.
So I figure I might as well go along with it and then lie about stealing a car to cover up for my friend Dalton, who shits his pants a lot.
Yep.
And I love his thing is because he said that your jacket was clean. My jacket had a lot of spots on it. One more stain didn't make a difference. And I'm like, motherfucker, you ever hear 3 strikes and you're out?
Yeah, that's...
You're in fucking South, man. 3 fucking strikes, you're out. You're here in jail for the rest of your life. You still have 10 cents of gum.
But yeah, Nick is like, look, we got to get something happening in this movie. So he wings a beer bottle at the fucking truck and busts out one of its headlights, right?
Mm-hmm. That'll come back.
Cool guy, right? Good move. Truck takes off, solved the problem. So they're like, okay, we're drunk. We don't know where we are and it's dark. Let's go to sleep.
Could possibly be trespassing.
Yeah.
Definitely destroyed some private property.
Yeah, now there's evidence, there's proof, that we destroyed it, yeah.
You heard Tim get pissed about them not having tickets and driving all the way to a bowl game. Here's my little get pissed moment. They slept in until 2:30.
2:30.
Oh, yes. That's the other thing. Okay, here's the other thing. It's like, wait, I don't know a lot about college football, but games don't fucking start after like 3 p.m. Unless, again, it's a gigantic game. And the later a college fucking football game is starting, the more expensive those fucking tickets are going to be.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not only that, but Tim, you've been camping once. Candice,
one time.
You live practically camping.
Yeah, that's just how I live.
Yeah. How easy would it be to sleep in until 2:30?
No way. You'd be boiling inside those tents. And this is supposed to be like, what, northern Florida or swamp Florida or something?
It's supposed to be Mississippi they're in.
No. How about this? If it's just you and your Paris Hilton girlfriend and you banged yourselves out all night, okay. What about every fucking buddy else in those fucking tents? No. How the hell did they all fucking sleep until 2:30?
If you've ever been camping, you wake up and you're like, oh, this is when I usually wake up. You look at your watch and it's like, fuck, it's 6 a.m. The
sound of the fucking bugs and the birds because you're sleeping outside.
Yep, there's no way. Unless they were fucking taking horse tranquilizers the night before.
That could be.
Well, you think they were doing trank? This is the first movie where Trank shows up.
Yeah. Okay. So then we go. Nick's like, all right, well, I'm going to fire up the car. Carly and Paige, why don't you guys go take a piss? And I'm going to get us ready. So,
this is where I got to say, my daughter was watching this with me.
And she's like, wait, we can do that?
No, she was like, she kept making jokes because she was like, well, is this for the podcast? I'm like, yeah. And she goes, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm trying to make notes for things I want to mention and jokes. And so she's like, oh, I can help. So she started making jokes. And she's got a good one coming up.
Oh, God. Is it red ink?
Yeah. Let's see what a 7-year-old can come up with.
So they're rocking a piss. They smell the death again because the happening happens again.
And that's when my daughter says it's her dookie that she's smelling.
It's her dookie
all right, you know what? Hats off to the kid. That's not too bad. I would have gone a little bit harder than dookie, but I'm not talking to my mom.
Yeah. Caught a whiff of it, and she's like, boy, I don't want to spend one night in Paris. She went misty on us. So, Nick realizes, oh, fuck, somebody cut the belt on my car. Meanwhile, I
don't even think he realized it. I think he thinks the belt just broke because he says, I swear to God, it was brand new.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Tim, you know how old the belt, there's multiple. The belt is on my car? I have no clue.
You have no idea, right?
No fucking idea.
I don't think, unless you're like a real gearhead, if that's what the terminology is, you have no idea how your fucking belt is. But it is a nice car. So
I actually do know because I had a belt go out on me on my car. So I actually know this experience where it's like, well, it's the fan belt. It broke. And I'm like, what does that mean? And they're like, it will never work without it.
Right.
You need this. This is vital.
Yeah, you know what? All right, between Candice's little allegory there, let's say that maybe he just bought it a couple of weeks ago. So he definitely knows it's brand new.
No, that's fair. Yeah, maybe he has a problem with this. I don't know. We didn't really get that context. So
This movie brought to you by Fan Belts.
Brought to you by who makes? What's a good company? I don't know. AutoZone. By the way, that's a 1968 Dodge Charger that he's driving.
Ooh, it is a nice car.
Nice car.
Wait, how the fuck did this fucking con get the money for a 67 Charger?
68.
68.
I think he sold a sex tape with Paris Hilton.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, Dalton.
It's Jared Padalecki driving it too. Extra hot.
Ah. So this is when Carly falls into a pit of dead animals.
Yep.
And we see a human hand.
Wait, hold the fuck on, Candice. Hold the fuck on.
What?
The guy with the stupid fucking Justin Bieber hair is driving this car. So that's his car.
Yeah.
The Charger.
The Charger, yeah, that's his car.
But isn't it the fucking brother? Isn't it Nick who says, I swear to God, this belt was brand new? Or am I getting it mixed up?
Oh, I do not remember that much detail.
Who's the one who says this is a brand new fan belt? It shouldn't be broken.
That's a good question. I think you're right. I think Nick says it's a new fan belt, but clearly it's her the other guy's car. Wait.
And there's no way that Nick is letting that guy drive his... No, because... That's right, because he gives... When Nick... the Justin Bieber motherfucker gives the keys, he gives it to the idiot with the fucking hat.
Yeah,
to drive the car. Right? Yeah. Okay, well, whatever. Next time I watch it with my wife, I'll pay attention.
So, yeah, right about that time, a roadkill collector rolls up. You think they get decent benefits?
Yeah, I wonder who pays him. Is that like a state job, city job?
What is the point of this?
Of the roadkill pit?
Because the roadkill can really pile up on country roads.
All right. Look, go on MapQuest and say that you live in any part of Florida and you're driving to any point of Georgia and tell me if there are rams naturally roaming in that area. Because I saw a fucking ram head in this pile of roadkill, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty bad, man. I think there was a sarlacc in there. So the crazy roadkill collector dude shows up, right?
Doesn't notice sick people just standing there gaping their mouths open.
Yeah, and he's just like winging dead elk and shit.
Oh, yeah. We did. Yeah, did we really get into the fact that she fell face first?
Oh,
into
this is a good scene.
Muck?
This is a good scene. Yeah.
Oh,
this is, she's dead no matter what, right?
Yeah, she's like her all the way up to like her elbows. Her arms get submerged in this goo that's like pulling at the bottom of his
hand at least a little bit somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh
she's
God,
dead.
so fucking gross.
Yeah, you know what? If she's
then
not
she almost
dead,
wipes her face when they pull her out of it, Candice.
I was like, oh God, she almost touched her face.
one arm is just buried in it, right? And as soon as they pull her out, she's like,
help, I'm stuck. And I'm like, wait a second, I've seen this movie before.
Oh God, there's her brother.
Yeah. You got a choice. You want to back up or you want to go forward? It's up
she has to back up. Yeah.
Yeah. So he helps her out, and again she goes like right to like adjust her hair, to like put her hair back or something with gore hand. And then she stops. So she's like, never mind. Gross. Looks at her hand a little bit. So creepy guy's like, hey, what the fuck are you doing here? And they're like, look, dude, there's a hand in there. He's like, that ain't shit. Walks across it. He wades across the animal.
Slips a little bit too.
A little bit of a slip, yeah. Reaches down, unscrews the hand. It's a mannequin. He's like, yeah, I found it on the road a week ago. Why'd you throw it? I got finished
fucking it, and then I threw it in here.
Why'd you throw it in the roadkill pit?
I couldn't stand the sight of it anymore.
It was giving me that look. Like, I know what you did.
It was judging me. I couldn't perform, and it was judging me.
I think I got her pregnant. So, meanwhile, there's like a wasp nest in it. So it's just buzzing, and it's pregnant. Got to throw it in the go away pit. They just throw stuff in there, it goes away. So it's a mannequin I found on the road and decided it should go in the throwaway pit. By the way, Dalton pops up and he's like, hey, shit, where the fuck did my camera go? And then, then he hides again. So,
well, yeah, because the night before we get to see a POV of somebody with a camera looking at everybody sleeping in their tent.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Right? So then the debate is, okay, we have to get to the game still, clearly. Even though Carly's covered in rotten animal guts, So how about this? How about there's a town real nearby,
15 miles.
Creepy dude, he'll take you there to get a fan belt that they'll definitely have in stock in your size too.
But not only that, you know what? Hold on, another point. This is a 1968 Charger. I'm assuming it takes a little bit different type of fan belt than, let's say,
fan belts are pretty universal.
2005 Toyota Universal.
I think so. I think they're pretty. I don't know. Chef Robbie, he'll know.
Chef Robbie's definitely.
Charlie will know.
Charlie, there you go. So Carly's like, sure, I'll get in the truck with the creep guy, and then
why is she sitting in the middle?
I guess
Candice, at this point, don't you expect your husband to step up and he's the one sitting in the middle?
I guess she called middle, maybe like you call shotgun.
The boyfriend goes shotgun.
Yeah. Or maybe it's because Jared Padalecki is 6'4", so I don't know how he could sit in the middle.
Oh God!
Why don't you sit on his lap then?
And by the way,
you love him so much, sit on his fucking lap. Okay.
By the way, Candice, you're gonna, especially being impish in size or stature, I might say.
I'm 5 feet even.
You can sit on the dashboard.
Alicia Cuthbert, she had to wear 2-inch lifts whenever she was shot in a scene with him because he was like so much fucking taller than her. They drive off and he's all like, okay, well, I'm going to take you to this town. It's about 15 miles out of here. It's no big deal. Don't worry about it. We'll get you over there. And they stop at this like washout where there's a creek. And he's like, all right, well, I'm going to hop out. I'm going to flip it over to 4-wheel drive real quick. We'll cross this just around the corner. Literally, there's a town. And the whole ride.
You're so close and not being a dick, right?
The whole ride,
he's throwing up some red flags.
Well, true. Okay, he's got a knife.
Yeah, and it's those teeth. The kill pit that he's dumping animals into are all red flags. All right. So you're in for a penny, you're in for a pound. If those red flags didn't stop you from walking 15 fucking miles.
Yeah. He did the job of removing the window and the door handle on the passenger side. Yeah. A lot of people forget the window. You got to do both because they will get out the window.
Yeah, when push comes to shove, right?
Yeah.
I mean, not in modern vehicles.
That's true, yeah. Oh, my God. Speaking of, I saw somebody busted the window on the top of their fucking Tesla. Because, it's got the big-ass, like, skylight window on it.
Yeah.
I was outside of a pet store, and there's, like, a big sign for the name of the pet store, like Petco or whatever. On top of it, there are all these birds' nests. I leave the store. I come out. There's a tiny bird egg that fell from that sign, hit, like, the corner of that fucking glass and broke it.
Oh, no.
Damn.
Right. So I was just like...
So wait. So his windows are supposed to be bulletproof and brickproof. It's just the top part.
Yeah.
You can just hit it with a bird's egg if you hit it just right.
With an egg.
It's like when you take an egg and you put it in your hands and you press it just right. You can't break it.
Yeah.
If you can do that on a Tesla, you can break right through the fucking top of the car.
So I was like, this is funny.
Off of Twitter, by the way, after this.
No chance that the insurance is covering this, right? This is an act of God, right?
No,
nobody's at fault.
Wait, what's that commercial with the fucking bald guy where they've seen everything, right?
No idea.
There's some insurance commercial with the bald guy from Oz.
Patrick Stewart?
No, not Patrick Stewart.
J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons, yeah.
Where it's like, oh, we've seen it all. That was 1978 when this bird dropped an egg while it was flying and cracked the Tesla's fucking windshield, and we paid for it, right?
I guess they got to call him because Tim, usually, like if you park, like let's say somebody parked their car in front of my house, right? Yeah. There's a big tree there. Let's say the tree falls over because of the wind, crushes their car, destroys it, right? They're going to call their insurance. Their insurance is going to call my homeowner's insurance, and they're going to say, hey, verify that tree wasn't like rotten and he didn't know about it or whatever.
Or
right?
It wasn't on city property.
Even then, like you'd have to prove that the city was somehow negligent. Because what'll happen is my insurance will say like, okay, well, we're not paying for it. The tree was fine. You can see that, right? Then his insurance will come back.
As soon as you move into a new house every week call up the fucking parks department and complain about the tree that's outside your house.
It's a good idea, Tim.
Raise your insurance. It's a lot cheaper than State Farm.
So then his insurance is just going to tell him he's fucked. I mean, unless he specifically purchased insurance for acts of God, like things that can't be.
But you can't buy insurance for acts of God. That's why it's called Act of God.
I don't know, Tim. Didn't Lloyd's of London like insure people's legs and shit? Like you can insure anything.
Greta Garbo, right?
Yeah, there you go. So
publicity stunt.
So I looked it up. To replace that fucking window in that Tesla, $1,500 for one fucking window.
Here's my question. Are people not stealing the fucking gigantic fucking iPads that are in that fucking car?
That's a good point. I don't know. My neighbor has one. I'm going to try to steal it. That's a good idea.
Just go through the top. Just take an egg, hard boil it, and throw it at the top of the car.
Throw it from the second floor onto the top of the car.
Speaking of Vincent Price, I could get Eggman from fucking Batman. You could pop over here with an egg. We get right into that son of a bitch. No, so they hop out
of the Batman show, Eggman?
It was like the Egghead.
Right?
Whatever. Yeah. What a dumb character. God damn it.
Oh, no. Come on.
You guys love this shit.
Vincent Price. Look, I'll give him a pass for Thriller, okay?
Okay.
Hey, most famous guy from St. Louis I know of, Vincent Price. My son had to do a project on famous Missourians, and I was like, "Oh, do it on Vincent Price."
Literally the only
Paul Bunyan.
It's like Paul Bunyan. No, you've got Vincent Price, right? And then you got the guy that bought the pair of shoes and got two left shoes.
Actually, Brad Pitt
from
really? Missouri.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, there you go. Got out of there quick. So, so they get out of the car. They're like, fuck this. We're going to walk the rest of the way. The guy's like, well, fuck me for trying to do a fucking good deed.
Yeah, because he was like, he seemed like he was threatening him with a knife, but he was really he's awkward and he was trying to show it off. Yeah. He's a knife guy.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. So then they walk around the corner. There's the town immediately. They're like, shit. Well, I guess we kind of suck, but let's just walk into the craziest ghost town I've ever seen.
It's a good thing there's a fucking rock bridge to this town. We don't have to step in any shit.
This is another part where I wrote down one of her jokes. Because I told her, I was like, everything in here. Are you
paying her for this, Candice?
No. I told her, I was like, everything in here is made of wax.
Writer's strike, by the way, Candice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can sell my daughter.
Well, you could be like, what was it they were doing in Nashville at McDonald's?
Oh, the 10-year-old?
What, 7-year-old? 10-year-old?
The 10-year-old working at 2 a.m. on the Fryolator. So what was your daughter's funny joke?
When it showed the moon, she goes, that's a waxing moon.
You know what? All right, you know what? I'm a little bit tipsy. I'm a little bit drunk, but you know what? I'll give that to her. That's pretty
solid.
Yeah.
Look what
solid.
You did to your kid.
I would have written down like, oh, look, Paris Hilton is getting banged out underneath a waxing moon. But, she's not there yet.
No, she's not. She's 7.
So they wander through the abandoned town, though the pet shop is operational, Tim.
All right, I have written down at this point, is everything wax?
Yep.
I mean,
I would love it if when somebody picks up a fucking bat and hits somebody, if that bat was made out of wax and they just like it went boing like a fucking cartoon and Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
I would have loved it, but it didn't do that.
Yeah, because my daughter would be like, you see that gun? Made of wax. You see that picture? Made of wax.
Wait, Candice. Oh, wait. Hold on a second. Your daughter's 7 years old? That's pretty much the rest of my notes.
Made of wax. See that? Made of wax.
Made out of wax.
That's wax.
Oh, that phone is made out of wax?
Oh, man. So they go into the... Oh, so were the puppies made out of wax? What
they were.
Oh,
yes. They were made out of wax, and they had little electronics hooked up.
Yes, like the old lady.
All right. We'll get to that one. So they barge into this
that's
church.
That's a big spoiler in this movie.
Yeah.
The old lady isn't real.
Right. So they barge into this church in the middle of a funeral.
And then here's my note. Is this motherfucker just standing at this, kneeling at this fucking place, and these people just happen to walk in?
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly what they believe, yes.
Yeah, it turns out that the guy that convinced his crazy brother to recreate their hometown out of wax, to keep it like frozen in time forever, probably because he was so damaged by the death of his mother. He has little rituals about, mourning her death on a daily basis, I guess, Tim.
Yep, that's what the movie's implying.
It's pretty weird. So, yeah, but then he pops out and he's like, hey, Dix, good job busting in on a fucking funeral. What are you doing here? And they're like, oh, sorry. We're just trying to meet the guy who runs the gas station. He's like, well, you know what? I am the guy that runs the gas station.
It's a good thing he's not the one dead.
Yeah. So then he walks back in, comes back out like 2 seconds later. He's like, you know what? Never mind. I was being kind of a dick. I'll meet you there in 30. How about that? So they're
Don't trust this guy. He looks like a fucking weak Henry Rollins.
Oh, yeah, that's not a trustworthy kind of guy. That's a good point, Tim.
You want the strong Henry Rollins.
It's like a Danzig, right? A weak Rollins.
I'll take a Rollins over a Danzig any day.
Right? No, I know. If you took Rollins and made him like a sex,
you want to see Danzig read a book or anything? No, I don't.
No, he's got several books, Tim, and some of them are about werewolves, and they were real stories.
Oh no!
You've never seen that clip, have you?
Nope.
No. There's only one clip of Danzig that I've seen, and I think we've all seen it.
When he gets knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it's KO'd.
That's it.
The funniest.
And he's like, the best thing is after that they should have played like Mother.
Okay, I put it in the chat.
Well, I'm not gonna watch it right now.
Is this the video of him getting punched? Because I'll watch it anytime.
No,
do you see the picture above it, Tim?
Where is this?
Oh no, I just looked at it. What the fuck?
Oh no, never mind. This is somebody parodying him. God damn it.
No, look at Jar Jar Binks.
Oh yeah.
No.
You finally saw Jar Jar? All right.
God damn, man.
All right, I'm going to get rid of that. That's not Danzig.
Foot and the balls to get a look at this guy's foot. It's the same thing, right? This is if somebody told AI, draw me a fucking picture of a foot and a cock and balls, this is what's going to come out. Oh, God.
But, Tim, now Jar Jar can claim his dick's a foot long.
Put that on the Patreon, okay? Guess what, motherfuckers? Pay $2 a month at least to get to see that Jar Jar picture.
It was Jar Jar Dinks. Yeah.
Jar Jar Cakes.
Eddie, can you remove that picture, please? We've all seen it now. We don't need to keep it.
It's going to be there for a little while.
Fuck.
Matter of fact, I think
God damn, I forgot. I wasn't supposed to look.
Oh, man. So, yeah, they're all like, okay, we'll break into the House of Wax real quick. Cut to this really cool scene. And I didn't know you could do this. He's just making a woman out of wax.
Yeah, it's easy. You're talented enough.
Seems really convenient, too.
Here's my question is, don't you work from up to down or down to up instead of from
critiquing his technique?
Yeah, like when Michelangelo did David, did he start out on just the left side and then start on the right side?
I think he started on the dick.
He started off small. So is that what you're saying?
No, the amount of attention though that they pay to the titties on the wax lady.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty much the only tits we're going to see in this fucking movie. But...
Yeah, fair.
Still. Tits are tits.
So, yeah, they barge into the fucking wax house and amazing set. Looks
it's
fantastic.
So cool. Because it's like creepy, but it's not overly creepy.
Yeah.
There's just something just a little off about everything.
Well, yeah, because like they said, aren't wax museums supposed to be of famous people? And this is just like, what the fuck? There's a flapper here, and C. Thomas Howell from Soul Man is here.
I said, look at C. Thomas Howell from Soul Man.
You know, I have written down in Reading, get that joke off before anybody else does.
You got it, buddy.
Yeah. Fuck you and your 7-year-old daughter. I'm smart.
Now, is he training the dog to just stand there to scare people?
Good gag with the dog.
You know what though? It's a great fucking scene. It's so fucking good. It is so good the way they did.
Because
they took a fucking shot of that dog and they just put a still shot until he fucking moved. Right? There's no way you can train a fucking dog to stand that still.
Yeah, it was pretty good, man. I mean, as far as scares go, I think Dalton shit his pants again after that one. He wasn't even there. So no, they're checking it out, and everything's like covered in cobwebs and dust, and you know, just fucking creepy looking. So then we learned that Vincent, hint, he's the artist who's making all of this, because you see a little signature of Vincent in the corner of all the paintings and of the sculptures.
So you think that old lady has a Vincent tattoo on her ass or something?
The old lady in yeah, probably. No, it's like in Toy Story. It's on the bottom of all their foot.
Oh, yeah.
Why do I have a hole in the bottom of my foot? So you can fit in the peg.
Yeah. We got to make you stand up somehow, idiot. God, speaking of foot trauma, this fucking movie with foot trauma, dude.
Oh, man.
Holy shit.
This is my number one. This is my number one and number two most hated fucking things.
Yeah. So then I just have Carly walks into another room and then freaks out on a disfigured maid statue and breaks the shit out of it, while Wade is looking around the building because Carly sees she sees a reflection in the mirror of somebody moving outside, and it's the classic, you know, scare of it's in the mirror, turn around, nothing there. So then we get this fun exposition dump from Carly about
when she's looking through
the newspapers.
Clippings.
Well, she's talking about her evil twin brother, right? She's just going through this whole thing about, oh yeah, you know, geez, my brother, they thought he's not evil though. He's like misunderstood. And cut to Bo, our hero. He shows up at the gas station, right? And she sees them as they're trying to like not steal the belt, but like leave the money on the counter, you know, kind of because he's not there. They're trying to get the fuck out of here. You know, they're creeped out. He pops by. He's like, well, I got the right size belt at my house if you want to come see that.
See, specialty items.
Don't fucking do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
He so conveniently has the one thing they need to be able to leave in a house.
I have to admit, although there's a ton of red flags in this that they should have caught, there are more red flags caught in this movie than usual. Because immediately she's like, why the fuck are they in your house?
You know what? When she locks herself in that fucking truck, I'm like, you know what, bitch? Good for you. You fucking smart. I like that.
Yeah. She does make some good choices. Not right now, though. So he's all like, oh, I get deliveries at my house instead of down here because I feel like driving things back and forth. So
yeah.
Instead of just
he's where, wait, hold on. This is where her fucking Justin Bieber boyfriend fucking says, oh, look, there's somebody else who's a member of your fan club.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming at this point in the movie, again, a little bit tipsy, but here's my drunk insight, is that she's kind of used to just guys like kind of a little bit like just all of a sudden liking her and like this and that. All right, look, you know, I'll let you get away with this. I'll do this for you. Yeah.
So I think it's just like a hot chick that doesn't get it. And she's like, I don't know. Every time I go to the movie theater, they're nice to me.
Yeah, she's like Candice, which is like, wait a second. How come I didn't have to pay for pot until it was legal?
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. How come every time
What's the value went down on it? Why am I paying for it?
How come every time I wear a skirt and go up a ladder, guys just like circle around the bottom to hold it for me?
And they're like, go. You can make it to the top. We believe in you. Go, woman, go. Yeah.
Oh, no, the bottom of it's on fire. Quick, take your top off. That doesn't even make sense logically. Whatever. So, yeah, they follow him to his house.
Somewhere.
They follow him to his house, of course, like idiots. Otherwise, the movie wouldn't continue. And he starts going into his like story about the lady that ran the wax house.
No, again, come on. Why the fuck are you telling me this shit? You know, look, I know Southern people are supposed to be famous for a couple of things, and one of them is supposed to be like for being friendly, which I guess is like that's pretty good. Mm-hmm. But no, I don't need to hear this shit. You're telling me this shit with any kind of fucking place I'm in, whatever state I'm in, whatever country I'm in. No, I'm fucking out of here. Yeah, you're crazy.
Because the guy's just like, oh yeah, the house we're going to. It used to be like a Nazi war criminal surgeon and his fucking
Operation Paperclip, baby.
Yeah, and his waterhead fucking wife. What did she, like a cyst in her brain or something?
Yeah, that's right. Because everybody in town, every night, the whole town could hear her crying and screaming out.
Yep, and the guy, the doctor, he's like, well, I'm going to experiment on my wife. That's a good idea. She dies, and then we find out that they had 2 kids. Remember that number, 2 kids that were conjoined. So he did the
Which
old.
I think by definition, if you have kids who are conjoined, you have 2 kids, right?
Yeah.
I mean, when you're filing your taxes, wait, hold on. When you're doing your taxes, is that 1 dependent or 2 dependents?
I always wondered with the broad remember the broad that like from the legs all the way to about the bottom of the rib cage was 1 broad, and from above that was 2.
Yeah,
right?
that's 2 people.
Yes, and one of them got married, and the other one was just waiting for the right guy to come along.
Yeah, but meanwhile, that guy is fucking her pussy. They have 1.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, did they go? Wait, maybe they went the Catholic way. Okay, so technically, she's still a virgin.
God.
Got it? You know what I'm talking about?
No, Tim.
Like, if you're Catholic, the first date is the 3rd date.
Right. the old backdoor solution.
Yeah,
no,
that's right.
You think maybe when they hit like their sexual awakening age that they were like, all right, heads or tails? Heads, I get pussy. Tails, you get ass. How about that?
Wait, how do they decide who masturbates and when?
This was my old
They slap each other's hands away. No.
Is that how they found? Is that how they discovered how to do it?
God damn it! Knock it off. I'm trying to cook a pot roast. Fucking get your hand out of there. Get my hand out of there.
The only podcast you can hear. How do conjoined twins masturbate?
Well, I always wondered that because, like, imagine. Okay, let's say you share.
Here we go. Tangent. Let's go. Okay. Fuck this movie. Let's go.
Yeah.
Conjoined twins.
Okay,
how do they decide what to eat?
Okay.
When to shit?
We all agree, except for Candice, that incest is wrong, right? It's a problem. Okay.
She's in that gray area. Yes.
And then I would say that genetically, the closer related you are, the worser, right?
Uh-huh.
So if it's like your 3rd cousin twice removed from marriage or whatever, there's no problem. You know, grass on the field, play ball, as they say. Yeah. In this situation, though, like let's say you're conjoined, right?
How much closer do you get than that, right?
You have 2 arms, right? Let's say, and 2 dicks, right? You're beating your dick with one of the arms the 2 of you share control of, and then in the middle of it,
wait, do you do the crisscross?
Well, you're right-handed. Let's say both of you are right-handed, but you have 2 arms total.
No, you can't be both right-handed.
Yeah, because they can share control of shit, Tim.
No, you can't be both right-handed. There's no way you can have 2 brains, 2 fucking going. Ooh, I want my right hand to go up. I want it to go down. You can't do that.
This is the most insane debate I've ever heard in my life.
Hold on here. So let's say you're doing that, or you're beating off, and then in the middle of it, your conjoined twin wakes up and is like, "What the fuck are you doing with my hand?"
Doing a stranger? Is it really a stranger?
Right. Because does he wake up and then you lose control of it? And again, onto the incest argument, isn't that as close of a relation as you can possibly get? It's you.
No, because, see, here's a problem with that, Eddie, is how do you film one conjoined twin stuck in a fucking dryer?
Oh, that's a good point.
That's a problem. Therein lies the rub.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Does it count as being against your will if it's like the leg the other one is controlling that's stopping you from moving away?
Yeah, and what if
this is the part of Malignant, whatever the fuck, Malignant, that we needed to fucking see, right?
And what if one of the heads is not of full mental capacity? right?
Oh no, Eddie!
No, hold on.
No.
I'm not done, right? So then imagine you date a chick, right? She's got another head. It's not a full
This is going to be on
mental...
the Patreon only, right?
No, it's not a full mental capacity. You're having sex with it.
Damn, motherfucker.
With
Jesus
them.
Christ.
You're having sex with them, but really only the full brain one. Doesn't that throw you? Because it's got to be making like sounds or something.
Oh God!
Right? While you're doing that?
I was thinking about the legality of it.
At that point, if you're into the sound, just bang a deaf girl.
No. You're
Find
not,
Helen Keller and go after her.
Tim, you're not into the sound. I'm saying that would throw me off. I'd be like, can we put like a ball gag in Half Sister or whatever?
Well, I don't know about you, Eddie, but I remember the days where I would be happy that I had distraction that was throwing me off while I was banging a chick.
You're like, shit, technically this is a three-way, right? Okay, back to the movie. So
oh my
is
God.
all this going to be cut out?
No, not at all. Not at all. This was a fantastic tangent.
This is a great tease. If you want to hear that tangent that we just went off about what can joined twin do when they whack off or have sex, or I guess even take a shit at that point, right? Join the Patreon. Find out.
And I just made a note that I'm going to have to clip this. Just like Candice, you know the notes you're taking of all of our greatest hits for putting up on some video content on the internet. What?
Oh yeah, we need to have an award show, right?
Oh,
like the binnies.
Yeah, the bloodies.
We got the bloodies.
Oh, we gotta have the bloodies.
Oh shit.
Oh, you know what? July we'll do the bloodies. How about that?
Okay.
3-year anniversary. Okay. So yeah, his wife didn't have a conjoined half-brain twin. She just had a brain cyst. She died. He offed himself, the doctor, the good doctor, and not much is known about the two boys.
Yep, no one knows what happened to them.
No, they went to foster care, he says.
Yeah, basically lost because they're lost in the system.
That's true, yes.
So then Wade...
Oh, those kids are fucked, yeah.
Wade, our hero with the shitty haircut and bow, go back into his house to get the belt. And he's like, hey, didn't you have to go to the bathroom, by the way, dude? He's like, oh, good.
Okay, I have written down, I don't care what kind of fucking shit I gotta take. I am not going in this motherfucker's house to take it. Yeah, I already saw my girlfriend squatting up against a tree, and I already saw Paris Hilton dropping a fucking deuce that smells like a fucking kill pit. I will fucking take a shit outside. There's lots of trees. The other thing, did we get to the point where the fucking doofus guy with the hat and the fucking bad guy with 3 names are taking a piss right together on the same fucking tree?
Yeah, we bypassed that. That's not a thing guys do.
No, you want to go. Trust me.
Yeah.
You dudes, you want to go as far away from each other when you're taking a fucking piss. You're in a fucking forest. There's a million fucking trees. You're not pissing on the same 2 trees right next to each other,
especially
right?
These two who like got worried about gay potential because of rhinestone glasses.
That's right. Yes. Oh, that's right.
See what I mean?
Yeah. Mixed signals.
Crazy. So yeah, they go into the house, right? To use the can and everything. Cut to our buddies Dalton and Nick, right? And this is where we learned that Dalton's the one that stole the car and Nick took the blame because he's secretly the bestest.
He's secretly the greatest guy in the world.
Good old Chad Michael Murray. What a good guy.
I mean, he did give his sister when she had to take her shirt off and she was only in her bra.
That's
he says,
true.
Like, hey, wait, hold on. He told his sister to take her shirt off. And then he gave her his.
Yeah, they have the best chemistry.
Yeah. Tim, chivalry is not dead. Okay?
She's smelling the pits of the... Ooh, those pheromones.
Something about
the musk.
Pheromones in this shirt. Maybe the two of them can just move into this wax house together afterwards and have their own weird...
Have their own little freak baby.
This brain freak baby.
Oh, that's how you get the sequel.
And the fact that they even tease it like they're setting up
Child of Wax.
Oh, how you have written down? Yeah, how the fuck is there going to be a sequel to this? Right? Is that fucking moron going to fucking build a wax town?
I would love to see that sequel. Now that you say it, Tim. No,
tiny wax house, maybe.
So, he goes in the house. He's like, all right, I'm going to go to the bathroom. You go look for the belt. Then he just starts wandering around the dude's house.
Yeah, it's like, I thought you had to go to the bathroom and you're just wandering around.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, here's a bunch of dead animals in bottles and shit. I guess I'll play with those.
Yeah, he's like making goofy noises and messing with pickled punks.
Pickled fucking pig fetuses.
Yeah. Oh, we had to dissect pig fetuses. That was fun.
Yeah, we've all had to do that.
Damn, I had a frog. That was it. What the fuck?
Yeah, I've dissected a lot.
Yeah, it's fun. There was I got paired up with this cheerleader chick. It was in high school, and she just like ripped the fuck out of the fetus. Just like ruined it, you know. Meanwhile, mine.
That's a metaphor.
Mine, I did a great job.
Cat, get off it. Come on.
Took it all apart and I pinned everything and labeled it. Did a good job, you know. Hers just hers looked like that fucking pit they fell into. It was gross.
Oh man, I had to in zoology class. We had to dissect animals of pretty much every genus.
Okay.
And when we got to the fish, we would knock it out with ether, and then we would vivisect it, so it would still be awake and it'd be asleep and alive.
Cotton balls.
Yeah, and then we had to like slit it open, and I was really good at it too. I like scooped out the organs, and you could see the organs pumping and stuff, and that's what you're supposed to be studying.
Mm-hmm.
That's how all these systems interact with each other. I kept my fish alive the longest, and I was just slicing away at it.
Nice, Candice.
Yeah, I was very proud of that.
Because my memory is I couldn't afford the dissection kit because my mom passed a bum check to the school that didn't pass. But then my teacher was like, "Holy shit, that's embarrassing," and she paid for it. But then I didn't get picked to fucking dissect a frog. I had to do it on my own.
Meanwhile, your mom knew she was using a check from another account that was empty. This is a gambit she's run 100 times.
Where do you think I learned all my scams from?
Yeah, that's a good point, too. Oh, man. So then he just finds a medieval torture device operation room. And he just starts like knocking this saw thing around. He's like,
it's the tripping. It's the trepanning.
Yeah,
thing where you screw. You screw inside the skull.
Yeah, we need to get back to that shit, man. That was cool.
Old school medicine.
Don't worry, one day we all will.
Oh, we're getting close. That's a good point with COVID cures and shit. So while he's in there fucking around, Carly outside waiting notices the truck's got a busted headlight.
Oh shit!
Smart pops into the truck, locks herself in, and starts honking the horn. Honk, honk,
she does not go in the house looking for him.
No, she didn't lock herself right away. She's outside honking the horn, right?
So while this is going on, inside, our buddy hears is like, fuck, I'm going to go out there, check on her, see if everything's okay. Nope, he's locked in the room. And then Tim.
Lights out, yeah.
Fucking Scissor Man from Clock Tower pops up.
This is a fucking H.H. Holmes house, right?
Yeah, it really is, man. Because this basement hatch just slides open, and you just get this point of view. It's like, oh, there's a couple of ankles. Whips out these massive, like, garden shear scissors.
Yeah, they're shears.
Yep. And just applies a little bit of tension to that ankle, and then it just pops. And from what I've heard, when that happens, you can actually feel the tendon climbing up the inside of your leg.
Oh, yeah, because it probably snaps like a fucking rubber band, motherfucker. Yep. Stop doing that shit in movies. Kill dogs, kill kids. I'll take a fucking dead puppy. Stop doing that shit.
I love it, because then he is fucked, right? He can't walk. I mean, he's got to hobble.
Yeah, you're bleeding out at that point, right? That's how do you fucking put pressure on that shit? You can't even fucking wrap a Band-Aid around that. Oh,
yeah.
So it
is great gore.
The other day when I woke up, my Achilles tendon was hurting.
Oh, stop.
And so it would only hurt though, Tim, when I pointed my toe like upward, you know, my foot upward, and then it would feel like it was like too tight, like it was like too short in my body.
Come on, stop.
And
just imagine that getting snipped.
And you almost get like this weird...
It's like my balls are going up right now.
Right. Yeah, it feels kind of like that too. And you get this weird like numb feeling down there, like almost like when your leg falls asleep with the pins and needles. So I was getting that on my Achilles tendon, man. And I looked it up and it was like, well, if you're getting older, and I'm like, no, that's not me. So what else?
Yeah, Gage disease.
No, it's just like, oh, that's just tendinitis. Because, you know, in medicine, if they don't know what the problem is, they just slap itis on the last fucking last
itis
syllable
means
of
that
whatever.
It's swollen.
Oh, boy.
You have
so I have a hard on itis?
Yeah. So your diagnosis is just a symptom, swollen? Cool.
Yeah, it's swollen. Just apply ice to it and rest it.
That's fine now, because I saw that it said I was getting old, so I just turned it off.
You didn't need it. You just kept walking on it.
Kind of looked in the distance a little bit.
Walk it off, baby. Yeah. Walk it off.
So then he gets stabbed and fucking knocked the fuck out as he's trying to crawl on his bloody, snapped tendon.
Yeah, it was making me real nostalgic for torture porn.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I kind of want to watch a torture porn movie now.
It's almost like, remember the Bowflex? How they had those rubber bands on the Bowflex, Tim? Imagine if you had one of those stretched out, right, and they just popped, but like right in your body.
I almost took my eye out maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when my wife and I moved, and I used one of those bungee cords with the hook.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, luckily I hit myself right in like the Kirk Douglas part of your mouth where you have a little cleft.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, and I remember going to the emergency room, and every fucking buddy from the insurance lady right on to the fucking final person who was giving me stitches going, usually we see an eye taken out with this.
Jesus.
Oh no.
So that shit got me. Oh, I can't believe I didn't bust my fucking tooth right through my mouth.
Yeah.
It was like the cut was almost all the way through to my fucking tooth.
Oh, fuck that.
Oh, yeah.
And you're talking about the cleft like under your nose, right?
No, underneath right,
like an Indiana Jones scar.
No, right above your chin. Yeah.
Oh, above your chin. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I know what you're talking about.
I know with Eddie, usually balls are on that part of you, but he's talking about if you have like a cleft there.
Balls?
On your chin.
What kind of balls?
Yeah.
Sweaty ones.
You got a little cleft on your chin where it kind of looks like a pussy.
Sweaty balls on my chin?
Yeah.
No, but some gay dude did slide into my DMs on Twitter.
Well, that's nice.
He's like, "Hey, how's it going, handsome?" I'm like, "Whoa."
Oh.
Hey.
And I noticed he was wearing...
Coming on
you
strong.
like big-head motherfuckers, don't you? Yeah.
I guess. And then
I noticed... you daddy.
Then I noticed... No, he said Eddie. He said, "Hey, Eddie, how's it going, handsome?" And then fucking... I noticed he was wearing yellow Crocs. So I was like, nope, done.
No, you know what? No, I'm going to say this right away. I don't care. Cancel me. Fake gay guy. No gay guys wearing yellow Crocs.
I think you might be right on that one.
No. I'm sorry.
Might have been just trying to test, so then he could blackmail me.
Yeah, because you're a celebrity.
Right.
You're trying to cancel you, Eddie.
Trying to get me canceled for being gay. I didn't know that was a thing, but okay. Anyhow.
No, cancel for liking somebody with yellow Crocs.
Anyhow, Carly picks up her phone, calls Blake, right? And is like, "Hey, Blake, something's fucked over here." Because she gets the voicemail, of course, and pops herself into the truck, locks herself in there, and then Bo comes out and he's like, "Hey, you should let me in.
It's in my truck. Yeah.
Your boyfriend, it's my truck. Your boyfriend's still shitting, boy. Wow, I don't know what he ate.
What do you give him? Jesus Christ!
What are you feeding him? Am I right? He's been eating wax or something. I don't know.
When I go camping, I take fucking constipation pills, so I don't have to shit. But your boyfriend,
that's a good pro tip, and that also goes with your whole no anal while camping tip.
Well, that's just common sense.
Yeah, that's just like Miss Manners in her book.
I have a no anal approach to anything except for fighting.
Right. Yeah. All of your anal approaches are adversarial.
On your third fight, if you're not sticking your finger up that guy's ass.
You got the brown eye of the tiger.
I was going to say Rocky 3, that director's cut when he shoves his finger up the guy's asshole.
I must break you. Yeah, Drago? Okay, yeah. Let's go.
When he gives the robot an oil change.
Mr. T? You mean taint?
Oh, God. Oh, man. No, so she locks herself in the and then yells out. She's like, "You're from the campsite." And he's like, "Fuck, caught." Busts open the window, struggles with her. She drops her phone. Mm-hmm. But she kind of gets the truck going, and she starts doing some donuts in front of the House of Wax.
No, she's a crazy woman driver.
Yep. I have written down woman driver. Because cancel me. I don't care. Look at her. Look what she did.
Because she gets it like high centered by dangling one of the wheels off like a little ledge kind of area But they just had
still pumping that gas though. She's gonna blow that.
Oh,
She's gonna float that engine. She's hearing the fucking pipes coming out.
Oh yeah,
All that shit. Still doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, and that tire's just spinning. And she's like, "Fuck, well, that didn't work." So she pops at the back of the back window of the truck, and goes away, runs, gets the fuck out of there. So we go back to our buddy Wade, and he gets drugged down to Dr. Satan's underground lair from House of a Thousand Corpses.
He's not doing too well.
Well, he's getting fixed up, though, because our killer buddy starts stitching him up.
Yeah, stitching him up and waxing him.
Did he inject him with wax?
No, he injected him with a paralytic agent.
Okay.
Because otherwise this guy would be struggling, I assume.
Yeah, and I assume he feels everything that's happening.
I hope.
It's just a paralytic agent.
Yep.
Because you see him, like, crying.
Oh, yeah. Especially later with the piano. Oof.
Oof.
That's fun. So, and then he's got him in there, injects him, stitches him up, waxes off his eyebrows and his facial hair, his eyelashes. Get all
in one go.
I'm like, wait a second. Does he do this to fucking balls? Is he giving a fucking ball wax?
Tim, by the way, how traumatized were you when you saw his eyebrows getting waxed off, buddy?
Don't fuck with the eyebrows.
I put on here, I think every man holds a primal fear of being waxed, and every butthole clenched when that happened.
See, all right, hold on. All right, Candice, here's what I'm thinking. Is I know dudes get waxed on their balls, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So that means you're going to somebody who's waxing your fucking dick and balls, right?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Well, you give them
Is that
money.
legal?
Yeah.
Yes, it's legal.
How is that legal? Because I could only imagine. I've never waxed myself, okay, but I've shaved myself with Manscaped, which, you know what? Hey, give us a little bit extra bonus because I mentioned your name. You got to touch a lot of stuff to do that shit. So if I'm going to somebody who's doing that, how does that work?
Well, they put wax on your balls, and then they put a strip of like paper on it, and then they rip it off.
Okay, and then you have that little area that's over your dick, right?
They do that there too.
Yes, and then I don't know. It just seems kind of fishy to me.
Fishy?
What is it that strangers are touching your sack?
It's kind of like one of those waves. It's like, wait a second, I didn't go to a massage parlor.
Oh God!
I went to get my dick waxed, right?
Tim, they're not jacking people off when they're waxing their balls.
Dude, are you gonna tell me that guys are going to get their fucking dicks waxed and their balls waxed and they're getting a fucking hard on?
Tim.
Okay, Tim. Wow, we just discovered something about yourself.
Hey, you know what, Tim? Do me a favor. I want you to find a place local that'll wax your balls. I'll pay for it. For you to go in there, okay?
We're on the Patreon.
No. Out of my pocket, I will pay for you to get your balls waxed, and I want you to report back how pleasurable a fucking experience it was.
Oh, come on, cat. Get off.
Nah, that's what I thought. So yeah, she gets the fuck out of there. And he gets waxed and then put in the big face mask thing. I don't know what the point of this is.
You can see the effects of Saw all over this movie.
Oh yeah,
because it has that green saturated look to everything.
Yeah, that's true.
It was like so big at the time.
Clogged, yeah.
Everything just looks like septic and kind of like infected.
It's real and it's like everything's tortured
and grimy. Yeah. But yeah, I don't understand all the weird needle mask thing that or not even a mask, just the weird needle thing they put on.
Yeah, why is that going into his fucking face all over the place? Yeah.
Oh, for fun, I guess.
I thought they were trying to like cover him with wax, hot wax.
Right, but you
get that with the pipes, with the spray.
Right. So the pipes are spraying that, but he's also got these needles that he's like screwing into this device.
What is the purpose of that? Yeah.
To like get it to just barely touch his face in a bunch of different points.
Yeah, that's true. That part, I think that was just for
maybe
effect.
It's like a little don't move your face.
No.
Thing.
Oh, yeah. Do you think it's to hold him in place?
He's already paralyzed, right?
Well, his face wasn't paralyzed.
No, the only thing he could do was cry. He couldn't do anything else.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know. It's a flaw in the movie, maybe. But yeah, then he starts spraying him with wax, so he's fucked.
Oh man, he's getting covered with hot, like boiling hot wax.
Yeah.
Could you imagine how bad that would hurt? And it wouldn't kill you.
No, Tim would get off on it especially on his balls.
Hey, wait a second. Yeah. I found a workaround.
He's like, hey, they're going to wax me off, sweetheart.
Wax on, wax off, honey. Yeah, that's right.
I'm going back down to the place to get my nuts waxed again. It's for the show, sweetie. Why don't you go watch House of Wax?
Hey, that's right. Look, we got sponsored by Manscaped for a while, so I had an excuse. After that, shit out of luck.
Tim, nobody's getting jacked off of getting waxed. Just so you know, I'll go ahead. I can't guarantee that, Tim, but I'll put it down right now. That's what I'm betting on.
I'm just thinking that if you go to a place like that, 99% they're going to have a woman there, right? Yeah. They're not going to have a guy doing that shit, right? Like if you go to a salon, a spa.
Well, I mean, who knows?
So yeah, somebody please drop us a line on Twitter. No. Drop Eddie a DM. If you balls waxed.
If you've ever drop me a DM if you've ever gone to get your balls waxed, but really your intention was to get a happy ending.
Not if you've done it yourself. If somebody else has done it to you, what happens?
No, but with the intention of getting a happy ending because that's just what they do.
No, not the intention of getting a happy ending. It's just maybe somebody's going to go there like, hey, this is my kink.
Hey, Tim, I'm going to go get a vasectomy one of these days. I think they're going to have to touch my balls.
Well, one of these days, you're going to hurry up because after a while, it's going to be too late.
What? When is it too late?
When your wife gets a hysterectomy?
No, I think she's going to get one of those.
I don't know. I was just trying to come up with some sort of logic.
Yeah.
No logic.
Gotcha. So he gets all sprayed up with wax, right? So we cut then to Carly. She's downtown, right? And all of a sudden, the whole town just lights up, right? And she can hear, though, the pipe organ in the church going. So she's like, fuck, there's people in the church. If I run over there, I'll be safe, right? Runs up to the church, swings the door open. You hear the music. You hear some people crying and mourning. And it's all a recording. Everybody in there is wax. And as she's stumbling around with that realization, she just busts the arm off of one of the fucking statues.
And it's red on the inside.
Yep. And you just see all the bone and blood and gore all solidified inside of this wax person. Then she's like, oh, shit. Goes up to, because you have to look in the casket, right?
Yep.
She goes to look in there. It's Trudy. It's the Wax Museum mom. So she's like, shit. Then all of a sudden, she can hear the dude approaching. So she's like, fuck, I got to hide. So she hides under the priest's little robe thing.
I've written that she never went to Catholic school because you wouldn't do that.
Well, she's female, so she'd be okay.
That's true. Yeah, you got that right.
Her brother, on the other hand, might have been
maybe that's why he's such a bad boy. He went to Catholic school.
Might have been doing the old cream-filled communion, if you know what I mean.
Ew.
Hey, look, they say this is the body of Christ. This is the blood of Christ.
Yeah.
Trifecta. There's a Trinity, right? Trinity.
The nut of the Lord.
Yeah.
Hey, Tim, you ever think people get their kids circumcised so that the person will touch their dick a bunch?
If you do it after a certain age, yeah. If I'm 55 years old and I still got my fucking turtleneck on, I was like, hey, you know what? Let me go to a moil.
I got my turtleneck on.
Hey, you know what? It's summer. I'm going to dress a little more warm. Let's get the turtleneck taken off of that thing.
I'm sick and tired of going to the beach and then 2 years later finding I got a pearl stuck in there.
Sick and tired of walking around a nude beach with a fucking turkey neck hanging out. We got to do something about this.
Yeah, come on, guys. Get that shit cut.
Hey, by the way, if you look at that picture of Jar Jar, he's not cut.
No.
No, we don't see the front of his dick. We just see the taint part.
No, you can see the tip of his dick, Tim.
I'm not looking again. I fucking deleted that.
If you look next to the heel of the foot, there's the tip of the dick with the little pee hole, too. Also, no wrinkles in his balls. That was interesting.
Well, he's a different species.
He's a Sith master, so.
Plus, he's pretty
the
plump.
Force.
His thighs are very, very curvaceous and luscious.
Very supple, Jar Jar's ass. So,
This is how we're gonna get people to join the Patreon, isn't it?
Oh,
Looking at Jar Jar Binks' fucking balls, like bent over.
Yeah, people are gonna be like, "Oh, I gotta see this," of course. So, oh god. So yeah, she hides underneath the priest's thing. He comes in, looks around for her, finds her. They chase each other. It's the Candice's favorite cat and mouse game.
Yep. There's quite a bit of it in this movie too, which is a mark against it.
Yeah, but you know what? I'll say that this is a different type of cat and mouse, right? Because a lot of it is standing still and hiding instead of like running from place to place, right?
Well, plus they do put exposition into these moments, environmental exposition.
So that's true, because then, as she's doing the cat and mouse, she'll either like, I don't know, that's when she finds the pictures of the brothers, or when she
starts getting more of the story.
Right. So, she gets the fuck out of there. Bo chases her outside, though, pins her down, and you see the nosy old lady in the window peeks out at them. Then we cut to Nick and Dalton, our heroes, right? They're heading back to the town because they got stuck in traffic on their way to the
trying to get to the big game.
Yeah. Wow, surprise, there's fucking traffic going to the big game.
And they're like, we're not going to make it, so let's just double back and camp over by the fucking slaughterhouse.
It's not like we have tickets.
Again. Camp upwind of that shit again. Fucking
yeah, because doesn't Paris Hilton call her and say, we're going to the same spot, but we're not going to be in the same spot because of the smell? What does that mean?
Yeah, well, the idea, I don't know, near there, I guess, because the you know what, they like the ambiance, just not the smell. The creepy guy in the truck that they're afraid is going to kill them. Let's get back right around there. That's a good idea. No. So our heroes, Nick and Dalton, right? They're gonna meet them at the gas station. But meanwhile, Bo, he has got Carly, right? He drags her back to the gas station, throws on some Manson, again, soundtrack of its time. Yeah. And that's when Nick and Wade show up, right? And they're like, fuck, where the hell is Carly? Because she's super glued in the basement in the rape room. Right? That's what this is.
Yo, that fucking super glue scene is fucking hard, right?
Yeah, just by the way, if you ever walk into a dude's house, right? And in his bedroom, he's got Polaroids of a bunch of different women on one wall.
Right. Are you reading his Twilight books to him or not?
Yeah. You going to read Twilight to him? Or... No, this is a rape room. Right, so he's all like, ooh.
He's got a fucking dentist chair. That's not a fucking That's is that rape chair made out of wax? Because otherwise, I think real. Get out of it.
Yeah, it's made out of wax. So is the super glue. That's also made out of wax. Least effective super glue ever, by the way.
Yeah, you know what? They had to go harder with the gore on the super glue with this, right? Because when she pulls that shit off, you can't do that, right?
I mean, I've got worse chapped lips fucking snowboarding than that shit.
Hardcore.
Didn't look that bad. So he super glues her back, and he's all like, ooh, it's such a shame that I have to super glue your beautiful, delicate mouth shut.
Ugh. So no blowjobs. Okay. Yeah.
Well, you could always cut a little hole in the cheek, maybe.
Damn.
Damn.
Well, she can't talk, right? You gotta bust the teeth out then.
Look, you get it all the way, cut 2 holes in the cheek and just do it like that.
That's funny. So it's like
you're lucky enough to do that.
It's like the magic trick where the woman's feet are sticking out the bottom of the box with your dick. It's just like, check it out. Right? Hey, look, we're doing it fucking harmonica style, sweetie. Oh man. So now he super glues her mouth shut. Then he holds a knife up to her throat, and he's like, look, don't say anything, because your buddies are, up above, and we can hear them, up above at the storm drain. And he's like, I'm going to go take care of him. You be quiet.
Say something, because at this point, for real, what's your best case scenario if you don't say something?
You're dead.
Yeah, he's gonna do all the shit and they go, oh, goodbye.
Hey,
Don't
say
what? Anything about this town, right? Yeah. You scream your fucking ass off.
Well, that's the whole, if somebody's abducting you and they're like, we're gonna go somewhere else.
No. Oh, no. Yes, the one thing is you never go anyplace else, no matter what. If they're going to kill you right there, let them kill you right there.
Yeah.
Once you say, I'm going to go, you're going to let yourself go someplace else, and letting yourself go someplace else is not the proper term for it, but I'm drunk.
That's okay.
Once somebody takes you to another place, that's it. You're done.
Yeah,
There's
done.
nothing going to happen.
Yeah, you're never coming back.
Yeah, they've set up their Dexter kill room there. You're fucked. Like, why would you do that? Get on their home turf?
Didn't he super glue her lips before this part, though?
He did.
Yes, he did. But she pulls it apart because as soon as she hears her brother, she has the strength to pull one of the fucking wax fucking torture chair things off.
Yeah, she breaks the wax torture chair. One arm, by the way.
That's his mistake. Making everything out of wax.
And she's sticking her one finger up the wax storm drain.
Oh, man, this part.
Oh, yeah, my wife loves this part, yes.
Really?
Oh, this is the part that made me fall in love with the movie. This is when I was fully on board with the movie.
Because Bo's just up there talking to Nick, and he's like, hey, everything's cool, man. I don't know. I haven't seen anybody. Nick's like, really? Because I was just hearing
Why
you
didn't
didn't...
Nick rob this fucking gas station? There's no cops around. There's no fucking witnesses or anything, right?
Yeah, that's a good point, too. So he's all like, well, motherfucker, I was just hearing you didn't see me, so it's clearly possible somebody else was here. And the guy's like, yeah, hold on. Turns around and cuts her fucking finger off.
While he's pretending to tie his shoelaces,
with just
he very casually just snips her finger off.
Doodly doo, and then pockets it. He's like, lucky. Like he just picked up a quarter, you know?
It's going on my ass later on.
Oh, God.
And she's trying to scream, but her lips are still super glued shut at this point.
Yeah.
So it's like, somehow even worse.
Oh, that's right. She gets a finger cut off, then she opens up her mouth with the fucking crazy glue on.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Then she's like,
bitches be strong.
Now I'm ready to scream because, damn, this hurts. So, yeah, she rips the mouth open, screams. Nick hears it and is like, all right, motherfucker, it's on.
Well, no, because this guy, the gas station guy, Bo, he pulls a knife out, and he's like walking, and you see at any moment he's going to fucking kill the brother.
Yeah, he's trying to get the
drop on. But once the brother hears the fucking sister screaming like, "Oh, Bo, I'm stuck. Come get me."
Yeah. Hey, Sib. Hey, bro, I'm stuck down here. Come rescue
me. He's been waiting his whole life for this moment. It's finally happening. You can't stop him.
He just turns to the camera and does the Home Alone. Yes.
For the rest of this movie, let's just pretend that this guy is doing all this shit just so he can bang his sister.
Okay. So he's all like...
They got great chemistry.
Yeah. He finally... She screams his name like he's been fantasizing about for years and years and years. So he gets himself into the gas station, locks the door, shuts the garage shutter down, and then wedges a screwdriver in it so that the dude Bo outside can't fucking open. Again, smart, right? Lock the place up.
Oh, yeah. No, I like how they had a little chase where he goes from the front all the way to the back and locks him
back to the front, Yeah.
Fantastic. And then Dalton, the partner, he's like, well, I'm going to go to that house of wax. He heads up there.
Yep.
Seems
like a good place.
Sees his buddy Wade chilling at the piano.
Oh, this part.
And he's like, hey, Wade, man, what's up, buddy? And then he's just like, sees Wade's eyes move, but nothing else. He gets a little closer. He's like,
so you know he's alive.
Yeah. He's like, hey, buddy, what's this on your face, man? And starts picking.
Oh, it's called skin. Yeah.
At the wax.
Yep.
And just starts like peeling it. And he's like, don't worry, bud. I'm going to get you out of there. As the dude just tears streaming down his fucking face.
Yeah, because you can see the wax is pulling away his skin. Ugh. And it's just raw tissue underneath there.
Yeah. But then
that's where my daughter says, that's actually his skin, bruh.
Yeah.
Wait, your daughter says, bruh?
Yeah, I don't know why she said that.
She's sent me a stopper, Candice, right now. This is the time you got to stop her and say, brah.
She's probably been watching Andrew Tate TikToks or something. As long as she doesn't start talking about like alphas and that kind of shit.
Oh, God.
Being a player.
There was a time period where she kept pretending that she was an alpha fox werewolf.
So that about does it for the Bloody Bits Horror Show. Candice has got to go get her kid therapy. I refuse to record any more of this episode until that happens. Alpha fox what?
Alpha Fox Werewolf. I don't know. She was like 5. She came up with wild stories.
Okay, well, that's fine. 5, I'll give it a pass. If the boy starts doing that, though, we gotta...
Oh, yeah, then... then that'd be a real red flag.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that one then. She gets a pass. So then from behind, the killer dude sneaks up on Dalton, right? Justin or Vincent, sorry, not Bo, and takes a swipe with the knife, cuts off half of fucking dude's face, wax dude's face.
You see down to the jaw, you can see the cheek slides away,
jawbone and teeth, and fantastic. Looks great, by the way. All these practical effects.
All practical.
Fantastic. Yes. Incredible. Yeah, totally.
This or the Blob? Which one does the practical effects better?
The Blob.
The Blob probably does practical effects better.
Yeah.
I mean, if you give, look at how long ago that came out comparatively.
Yeah. And they stand neck to neck, then
not to mention their budget. Blob had a decent budget. This had $40 million, though, dude. That's not counting their ad budget.
Yeah.
But, Paris Hilton, she probably cost a lot, even though she's barely in the movie. Because I think we've mentioned her briefly. That's about it.
Yeah. So far.
Good. Because she's not terribly talented. So glad to see less of her. He cuts off dude's fucking face and then chases Dalton, who's like, hold on, dude, I need a timeout. Hold on, wait. He's going to talk to the killer. Killer shoves his ass down the stairs, puts a big boot in the middle of his chest, and then whips those fucking shears out again. And
those shears, when you get a good look at them up close.
Yeah. Oh, man.
It's like, these are just a whole town of knife guys.
Is that a real place?
Would you like to move there?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's on the History Channel. Town of Knife Guys.
Town of Knife Guys.
Town of Knife Guys? Are you kidding me? No shootings.
Why can't I meet a knife guy?
Oh, dude.
All the knife guys are taken. Why won't she fuck me? I'm a knife guy.
It works. It works.
It really works, yeah. No, so he takes these fucking shears with the cool, scrimshod handles of the, what is it, a dragon or a serpent?
Yeah, it was
dragon,
like a wolf's head. And,
No, dragon, yeah.
Fucking fantastic. On one side and then the tail on the other side. Like my dick going through the holes of the cheek with the super glued.
Oh.
So, wait, hold on. That has to be a custom-made knife, right?
It's shears at first. It's not a knife. But yeah, Tim, I would say so.
Well, no, when he cuts that guy's head off, right?
Those are shears, Tim. Why do you think
it looks like he's sticking one in and then he sticks the other in, and then
it looks like two knives.
Those two knives? It looks like Okay, well, cool then. Fuck it.
When he puts them in the thing, it looks like a pair of shears.
Yeah,
yeah,
but it's a set of knives.
Okay. So he was just simulating shears. Maybe he only had 2 knives, but he's very comfortable with shears.
So maybe the FBI should look for people who are buying fucking dragon knives.
Well. Yeah. I mean, if Red Dragon taught us anything about dudes who have a thing for dragons, it's watch out.
I'm sorry. You know what? At this point, if anybody has a thing for dragons, you should be on some kind of list.
Yeah. Same as if you're a weird fox alpha werewolf. Definitely be worried about that shit.
I'm not some fucking bottom bitch fucking werewolf. Come on.
No, alpha bitch, of course. So, cuts his fucking head off. And it just rolls. Blinks a few times. Dude drags the body upstairs. I'm like, you're going to need the head, man. You should just grab that,
Yeah, with the other hand.
Instead of making 2 trips. Because the body's the hard part. That's the one I would think would take 2 trips. Not the head. The head's easy. Anybody can carry that.
Well, the head weighs a lot. That's why when people jump off of 12 buildings, they land head first, right?
True. Yeah, your head. I mean, I could speak from experience that my head weighs a lot.
You are top heavy.
Yeah, Eddie, if you got down on your knees and dropped head first, you'd probably fucking put a crater on the earth the size of fucking the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, it'd be like dropping Thor's hammer, right? That's my head.
Edmure.
Very well done.
Candice, holy shit. And Eddie got that. You know what? He knows about that fucking name.
So
see? He knows. He laughed at that. He knew what you were talking about.
From Greek mythology? Thor?
Okay, all right.
Well, he does live in the fucking Pacific Northwest, so I'm sure he knows about a lot of North fucking
I don't live there, motherfucker. I come from there. I moved. I live in liberal California, okay? Let's not, if we're talking about where people live in their politics, I think we need to get to Candice first. Tim, you're okay.
The state without a college, yes.
You've just got Giuliani to deal with, so... Yeah, there you go.
That sucked the air out of the room.
Remember when his dye hair was melting? Oh my god!
Yes.
So many great moments. And when he
was adjusting himself.
Yeah, when he tried to fuck Borat's daughter friend, it was a minor.
My take on Giuliani is that everybody hated this motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
All the way through his fucking 2 mayorships.
Yeah, still do.
Until 9/11.
Oh, yeah.
And then after that, all of a sudden, he just gets a pass for every fucking bad thing that he ever did. And any New Yorker, real New Yorker, would tell you, he was a fucking moron asshole.
Yeah.
Always trust wherever politicians running for like statewide, whatever, nationwide, when the state that they come from doesn't like them, trust that state.
Well, what's the last like New York politician that you guys are like, yeah, this guy rules?
It's going to be fucked up, but it was Anthony Weiner until it was Anthony Weiner.
Yeah. How funny his last name was Weiner. That's so good.
Oh my god. That reminds me.
How crazy is that? Your name is Anthony Weiner, okay? Yeah. And then you take the name of Carlos Danger on the internet. You got that shit locked down, motherfucker.
Carlos, too, by the way.
That reminds me of one of the funniest instances of the newscaster's name coinciding with the subject's name. Because, you know, it's like, oh, the Wiener scandal. Yeah, and it was like, boner on Wiener was what it said.
Yeah, that's right. He was the fucking Speaker of the House.
Boner on Wiener.
Yeah. He was talking as his fucking... What was his name he went by online?
Carlos Danger.
Carlos Danger. You think he was talking to somebody and they're like, you sure you're not Anthony Weiner? And he's like, no, Wiener's my middle name.
Wiener Danger.
Oh, wait, you asked for Wiener proof? Okay, let me show you.
Oh, man. So back at camp, Paige and Blake are going to fuck.
My name's not Wiener, it's Cock.
Right? Paige and Blake are about to fuck. And as soon as Blake is about to put his cock in her, she's like, hold on, I got to tell you about something.
Oh, my God. Candice, I have a question.
Don't suck me into this.
No. Is this the time for the talk?
No, it's really the time. The most boner-killing moment possible.
Yeah.
But, okay, devil's advocate here. Do you sound crazy if it's right after you fucked and you're like, by the way, I'm pregnant? Like, already?
Well, look, I will say this. I have made so many bad decisions when I've had a hard dick. Then I've had a soft dick.
Oh, my God. Yep.
This is where you're like, oh, shit, man. The way she just danced. Oh, fuck, I gotta fuck her. Let's get married.
That's a good point. You get his dick hard, and you're like, hey, by the way,
so she was catching him off guard.
You think we should maybe
taking advantage of a feebled mind?
Yeah.
Well, he's got less blood going to his brain.
Yeah. Poor guy, man. Can you imagine if they lived what his fucking life would have been like?
Yeah, married to Paris Hilton.
Just getting fucking...
Yeah, that's tough.
Paris Hilton's baby
If you married a fucking bitch who was named at a fucking international hotel, your life's got to be rough.
Tim, I don't think she's playing herself in the movie. I mean, I might be
like
wrong.
Some kind of airhead.
Yeah, I might be wrong, but I think Paige isn't her real name.
This group of friends, though, really is kind of like the why are they friends?
Oh, yeah.
Because they all seem to hate each other.
Well, Paige is here clearly because she's trying to gentrify Blake. Right, that's the whole purpose that she's got going on. Like, what the fuck? When you're gonna fuck, you're telling the guy you're pregnant? What the fuck is going on?
Just bad timing. That's crazy.
And then, but wait a minute,
because she's getting herself worked up, and then
did she? But she had a weird conversation earlier where she kind of alluded she might not want to keep it.
Yeah, that's true.
So, did she get in his vote? Like.
Well, look, I mean, that's a decent enough discussion to have.
That's the courteous thing to do. Be like, look, man, I'm either going to vacuum this. I'm either going to vacuum it out or I'm going to queef it out in 9 months. What do you think?
You want to fuck?
Yeah.
Whatever you want, honey.
Yeah. By the way, I am holding your penis, so.
Bear that in mind.
And I'm not waxing it either.
There is no good decision that any man has ever made in his entire history of this earth when a woman has been holding his penis. Never made a good decision.
Probably true. But, Tim, I've just worked out the best scam ever.
Okay.
So you get guys in to get their balls waxed. They all think they're going to get a hand job, right? But while you've literally got them by the balls, you have them subscribe to the ball waxing service. They get unlimited ball waxing yearly, but it's going to cost them $5,000.
I'm in.
Yep. See? So she, Blake pops out while she's, about to say she's pregnant. He's like, "Oh, the music stopped. I can't fuck without the music on."
Yeah, he's real distracted by that.
Can't fuck without music? What the hell?
He has to keep a rhythm, I guess. That's how he times it.
Did you read that?
Wait, hold on. Candice, you just gave me the best fucking writing joke that I've ever written down. Using the rhythm method has got her fucking pregnant.
Yes, we got there.
All right.
There you go. Fuck that shit. Stop the podcast right now.
You nailed it, Tim. So he goes out, checks the music, and then he checks his phone. He gets the message from Carly in the truck where she's like, "Yeah, it's all chill. Oh my God, a guy's going to kill me. No."
Another boner killer. This dude has bad luck.
Guess what? I don't have the read receipts turned on my iPhone. You don't know that I saw that text message. I'm going to fuck my girlfriend.
You mean your BlackBerry?
Exactly.
This is not
his
Nokia.
Not a BlackBerry.
Yeah, this is not a.
That's right. Yes. Okay.
Not an iPhone era, buddy. So, oh man. And this is, by the way, this is also when Carly and Nick go over their plan. That she's like, "Okay, I need to go get my phone. That's in the truck. We could take our own vehicle back, but fuck, we need the keys. Dalton's got that." And then they're like, "Shit! Oh, there was that old lady in the house. We can go talk to her." And this is when we figure out that it's just a Home Alone situation.
Oh, the scare jump that happened right here
at this point, right?
What's that?
The scare jump that happened.
Go ahead again.
The puppies, nobody knows. They're gone. We're done with that. Never addressed. I guess you could say then the dog doesn't die in the movie. So
no, there is a scene where you see the dogs and you see the tails wagging and you see the rotors.
Oh, okay. So while that's going on, though, while they're learning about the old lady.
Go back to what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Was that jump scare when they're like trying to peer into the window and then it pulls back really quick.
Yeah.
It scared the shit out of my daughter.
Oh.
She jumped and grabbed her heart.
She's like,
amateur.
You're like, no, it's the old lady.
Tourist.
She's like, I know.
Get out of here, tourist kid.
Yeah, you kid sucks. Get the other kid watching him. He's a dude, so he's probably got better jokes. So.
Oh.
I'm kidding. Women are hilarious. Tim, who are your 5 favorite female comedians?
Amy Wong. I saw her 3 of her specials.
Fantastic. Really, I thought it was Ali, but I could be wrong. Or I could be Wong.
Oh, God damn it, Eddie.
Well, see, it's been such a long time since I've watched any comedy special from anybody.
Yeah.
But,
this is
fun. I always like Eliza Schlesinger.
I don't want to say pull around some because that's not good.
But Tim's a big fan of female comedians.
Well, I think Julia Louis-Dreyfus is incredible.
Jesus Christ, Tim.
But
Julia Louis-Dreyfus?
Yeah. What?
That's your poll for a female? You couldn't come up with Joan Rivers or Sarah Silverman or... There's tons.
No, because I will give her the longevity of being on one of the worst 3 seasons of Saturday Night Live and then making it out of that.
Yeah, that's true. But Joan Rivers, she was hilarious.
Yeah, but...
She hosted The Tonight Show, Tim.
Yeah, but then she fucked up because she crossed Johnny. And then look what happened to her, right?
Tim,
she ended up dead.
But Tim, you have to be very talented to host The Tonight Show, like Johnny or her or Fallon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Fallon.
That piece of shit.
Late night is fucking dead.
He's literally...
When Jimmy Fallon got that show, where his whole fucking shtick was, I'm going to tell half a joke and then I'm going to stop before the punchline. I'm going to laugh.
It's worse than that, dude. The clips that I've been getting fed of like the best Tonight Show shit is YouTube. Is him doing Mad Libs with celebrities. It's not a fucking bit.
Here's the thing. All right, for real. Please, everybody has Tubi or can get Tubi, right?
Yeah.
It's a free app.
Yep.
Watch the old Tonight Shows with Johnny Carson.
Yeah, they were a lot better.
There was comedy, but there was also interviews going on.
Yeah.
With all the shows today, and especially Fallon, I don't know about all the other ones, but especially Fallon, it's turned into what famous person can we get on who's going to do something stupid?
Yeah.
We're going to play some kind of stupid game with them. We're going to make them do something that makes them look stupid.
Yeah,
but
it's like they've taken the stupid human tricks portion and then just applied it to the celebrities.
Yes,
exactly.
Oh, Eddie, you fucking nailed it. Exactly. Yep. That's what it is. Terrible, and then Jimmy Fallon throws a pencil through a fucking fake window and the glass breaks. Let's go.
Yeah, fantastic, great, good show, buddy. So we cut back to Blake and Paige, and Paige is like goes out. She's like, "Hey, Blake, I really wanted to talk to you for a long time. I know we were gonna fuck and everything, but I wanted to talk to you. So can you?" Goes out to look for him. Sees Blake laying on the ground, fucking twitching. He killed himself. He couldn't fucking deal with it.
He's like, "I know what this bitch gonna say." And she's not Paris Hilton. She's just some poor bitch.
Some bitch named Paige. I'm out of here. I'm turning the page, motherfucker. I'm out of here. No. So she sees him dying, and instead of like trying to help, runs away.
Well, yeah. She's running for 2 now.
That's
true, yeah. Oh, yeah. She's running for 2, maybe. And she does see that guy with the fucking wax face come into the tent. And I'm like, you know what? Grab the fucking knife out of this guy's head and fucking use it.
And I'm going to body shame her really quickly. When she's doing her striptease, she has got no ass. What the fuck happened?
It was a different time. I don't think the ass was in yet.
Tim, believe me, I was alive back then. I know. Back then, I didn't like it.
Yeah, what time did U-Turn come out? Because U-Turn is the movie that fucking made everybody like your fucking ass. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Eddie. Exactly. That is the exact moment that everybody went from big tits to holy fuck. I like that ass.
Tim, what was the setup for U-Turn? His car broke down. And it was
she was banging her dad.
Yep, and she's banging her dad. So you've got the incest angle. It was a 64.5 Ford Mustang, so it had a rare tube that they needed. Tim, it's a secret house of wax. That's such a good movie.
It's a secret house of incest.
I'm going to go off for a second here. My favorite in that fucking movie, though, was Joaquin Phoenix as Toby N. Tucker. People around here call me TNT. Do you know why? Lack of imagination. Because when I go off, people get hurt. It's like Joaquin Phoenix just dressed like a fake shitty Johnny Cash. Oh my god!
Both movies that need to be on the blood.
Fantastic! I think
they are already. Yes,
I'm sure.
I've never even heard of this movie.
You never heard of U-Turn?
Candice, no. You're gonna love it.
Okay, Sean Penn, Jennifer Lopez. I think her first movie, and Nick Nolte.
Yeah, and Nick Nolte's Jennifer Lopez's dad that she fucks.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah.
And this is the movie. I swear to God, this is the movie. When I saw this with my girlfriend, Barbara. I won't say her last name, but related to same as her president,
Barbara Hershey.
Bush. And I went, oh shit, the ass is in.
Yeah,
that's it.
I think you're right. I think that was the cultural turning point.
It was, it was. I swear to God. Ask Jeff Robbie. He knows.
No, we need to ask Chuck on this one.
Oh,
Chuck's my boy.
Oh, you're gonna go right
Chuck or Wick. Wick would be a good bellwether of when the ass came into fashion. Oh, man. So, yeah, she runs the fuck away, and she just, runs into a warehouse that I wasn't aware of. So it's an unaware house, I guess.
Oh no!
You beat me to it, you motherfucker! I'm just choking back and cough.
Tim, buddy, I'm at the top of my game today. It is full of a bunch of shit that they've like ganked from random travelers. Like there's all these different little suitcases and luggage. She finds a big thing full of cell phones, tries them. Oh, no dice.
Well, we do see a bunch of cars in this. There's no way he made a fucking wax car. So.
That's a good point, Tim. I don't think he made a wax house, but not a car. That's a good point.
I have so many things where, wait, is that did he not, is the reason why she calls 911 on the phone, it won't go through is because he paid with wax paper?
Yeah. A better question, when they turn the burners on the stove later, are those stoves made out of wax? Because that seems very short-sighted.
Yeah, when there's the fucking sick, so the fucking candles on.
Yeah. I bet the candles were made out of wax too, huh?
The flames were. Wax fire.
Yeah. Oh, wax fire? Speaking of incest.
Wax fire!
So Paris Hilton takes the pipe and hides in a car, waits for him. Not that kind of pipe, Candice. Killer.
Links to my joke later.
She thinks the killer walks by, looks up, pops the door open. Killer pops the door open. She swings the pipe at him, kind of nicks him on his mask. By the way, he's wearing like a wax mask.
Yeah, and she like scuffs it,
just poof, and no, he's pissed now. So he takes the pipe from her, and then like the when they're doing the weird Olympics in Revenge of the Nerds, and they're doing the javelin throw.
Oh God, I thought you were going to someplace else when you said weird Olympics.
No, only about as problematic. He javelins this fucking pipe through her fucking forehead, and she just falls face down, ass up. Pipe in the head already. Dead.
Help! Sephiroth, I'm stuck on a pipe through my head.
That's where I have the joke. Not the first time she took a pole to the face.
We all had the joke, Candice.
Yeah.
Oh, we all had one. I was waiting
to
here.
You fucking don't have that joke. I don't know who she is. I don't know why, but I'm going to say this. But that's not the first time she took a pole to the head.
I got to say, smart move from Paris Hilton, though, licensing the ability to sell shirts that say, "Watch Paris Die, House of Wax." That would have been a better marketing campaign, right? Like, hey, if you want to see her get killed, I know you hate her, watch this movie. Might have went and watched it. Oh. So, yeah, she's fucking dead. And then I like that the killer pops up behind her and just kind of like shoves her head through it a little better, takes the video camera out, and he's like filming it. He's like, yeah, I'm a real creep. I'm going to go.
Yeah, just to really bring home the one night in Paris jokes again.
Yeah, I'm going to go whack off to this shit.
Because it's in night vision.
You wax off.
And she's got a pipe in her mouth. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, forehead, but close enough.
Forehead, yeah.
Sometimes the mouths are closed. You got to make an extra hole, buddy. That's the whole side of the cheek with the glue move.
Ugh.
It's like a blow-off valve, right? Oh, man.
This is our worst episode ever.
Or our best episode ever.
Worst. Candice, come on. You listen to the Bordello of Blood episode.
Let's see what the numbers are in 1 month.
With the fucking multi-ball joke that you reminded me
of. That one was so fucking funny.
So good. Oh, man. So now we cut back to Nick and Carly, right? They're walking around for no reason. And Nick sees a sports store. He's like, hey, give me a rock or something. I'm going to break in. And she's like, look, dummy, if you break the window, he's going to hear it. He's going to know we're here. He's like, bitch, he knows we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like, was he going to come try to kill us? That's what he's doing now. So anyhow, he busts open the fucking window, pops in. He's like, it'll do. Grabs a crossbow. And then Bo, he sees him doing this. He's got a shotgun, though. And then...
Yeah, he's like, hey, you know what? I know how to cross you, Bo.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to take your red pen away from you.
That's not red pen. That's like I was poor. I muted myself because I was taking a water drink. And I was like, oh.
A water drink.
Well,
refreshing. So, yeah, he fucking shoots at him, misses, clearly. So they're like, fuck this, let's go watch a movie. And then they run to the movie theater.
Yeah, this is where my daughter started asking me what it was like to use a crossbow.
Oh, I thought
and bow and arrows and stuff.
And I was like, knew?
I thought she was going to ask you what it was like when whatever happened to Baby Jane came out to theaters.
that would be me, not Candice.
She suddenly developed a real interest in archery after she watched this, and I was like, that's not a good sign.
It's not a fox alpha wolf thing to use a crossbow. You need to grow your
my daughter a psychopath?
Is a crossbow a psychopath? Yeah.
No.
Oh, I don't know, Tim. Crossbow guy or knife guy? Keep in mind.
You know what? I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this right off the bat. I think that knife guys are weirder than gun guys.
I'll give you that one. But bow guys, and now remember, Joe Rogan's a bow guy.
See, I think if you're a bow guy, you don't want to be like the Ted Nugent guy. So you're trying to like, look, I'm not that backwoods. And I spelled woods, WOODs.
Yeah, maybe. Even though it's like less technology than a gun, right?
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Definitely. I get, but those are because I've known people that bow hunt. Their whole thing is like a gun and the weird stuff to camouflage your scent and dogs and shit. That's all cheating, right?
No. Yeah. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. If you want to go hunt, I have no problem. Mm-hmm. But you can only hunt animals that can kill you. Okay?
My other caveat: you can't use a car to get there because the animal didn't.
No, I'll give you the car. Nope. Okay, you can have the car. You can have the fucking protected Jeep, but you only get a knife that's like 13 inches long.
That's technology, Tim. You got to be naked.
Well, you get a spear that's 13 inches long.
Well, you got to make the spear. See, here's my move.
It's not easy. It's not hard to make.
If you're in the sound of my voice and you want to go hunting, get naked. Go wander off into the woods and make yourself a spear. Then find.
That's true. You have to be naked when you fucking hunt because the animal's naked when you kill them.
That's right. And then the next whatever you find, be it man or beast, provided it could kill you, you attack.
What the fuck?
Then it's a fair fight in the hunting.
Well, yeah, make it because there's nothing gets me more pissed off than seeing fucking pictures of people who fucking killed a lion or a tiger while they're up in a fucking tree and they used like Eddie said, a fucking pheromone that brings the fucking tiger into this special spot and then they shoot them.
Yeah.
If you're going to kill that animal, you know what? First of all, don't kill that animal.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do that, make it a fair fight.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing else I love better than seeing all these fucking things where lion kills fucking trophy hunter.
Yeah. Or my favorite when they're doing the running of the bulls and the bull kills the motherfucker. Oh, I love that shit.
I'm just wondering how we got so far away from just a joke about crossbows.
Oh, all of a sudden, that's just no, Candice. Come on.
Well, Candice, I've got very few notes left, and in 8 minutes it'll be 3 hours. So here we go. So yeah, they run out. Bo's following them, right? And Nick fucking crossbows, or they go into the theater, right? It's where all the wax people are watching whatever happened to Baby Jane. They try to blend into the wax audience, right? Bo pops in there, looks around, notices Carly, right? Takes his shot with the shotgun. Carly is like Neo from the Matrix.
She's dodging bullets.
She dodges the bullet. But it's great when the heads of the wax people explode because like the way they do the gore in one is fantastic, but the bugs in the other one.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Yeah, the touch of the bugs like gushing out from the holes is
fantastic. I needed that. I needed them to change it up and they did it. They get the fuck out of there. But instead of just like running in the street and running down the street, they just like, I don't know. Nick, I guess he's like hiding behind the ticket taker guy while Carly is out just like as bait, kind of.
Yeah.
Because Bo pops out. He's like, oh, I'm going to kill you, bitch. And then thunk, fucking arrow through the heart.
A bolt, not an arrow, but.
Well, fair enough. Crossbow, he takes...
Candice's daughter's one of that.
Yeah, yes. He takes one bolt to the arm, one bolt to the fucking heart. And
shot through the heart.
And then he just falls down, and they go over there, check him for ammo. No double tap and leave.
Nope.
curb stomp this motherfucker.
Yeah,
right?
because when you see where it is, it's close to the heart, but it's not quite on there. It's probably a little higher up.
It's also a little too.
Or pull that shit out because maybe it hit an artery.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Well, because when he goes to...
I mean, how many balls do you have with the crossbow?
Oh, Tim, and you know what? I had because the next thing that happens is they go back up to the house, right? Because they're trying to find Dalton. Bo stumbles in there. They hide.
Fuck that idiot.
This idiot Bo with the fucking bolt in his arm just rips it out.
Yeah, he doesn't like cut it and try to pull it through.
No, he just rips it out, feathers and all. Who cares? And
God, it looks so fucking painful though.
Yeah, because I've seen this movie so many times, but when I watch it today for the podcast, I was convinced that there was a point where he just cuts off. He takes a pair of pliers. Oh wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, you can hear.
I can't jump on the computer, pressing all the fucking buttons. Yeah. Come on, buddy. Get out.
So the point
where
he
fucking look at the Jar Jar Binks picture again. God damn it, cat.
Maybe the cat wants to see it.
Oh, well, whatever.
Did you see
Shoot me away. This will be your last shot.
Did you see the penis head this time, Tim?
No, I just see him pulling his fucking ass cheeks apart.
So yeah, you're
ticking time bomb in Discord right now.
You're right though, Tim. He does snip the ends of the arrow, but that's with the heart one, not the arm one.
Okay, all right.
But okay, you know how they always tell you, like, if you've ever been stabbed or impaled by something, the first thing,
take it out.
Yeah, never pull it. This fucking idiot, he has another plan. Rips it out of his arm, blood gushing everywhere. Then he starts trying to pull the one in his fucking chest out. And I'm like, dude, what? And he starts coughing up shit. I'm like, oh, that's through his lung. He's fucked, man. So then he, like you said, he snips the front and the back of it so he can turn and not bump into shit. Although that would have been funny.
Yeah, that's right. I got your fucking medicine here. Let's go. Sorry.
It's okay, Tim. Go abuse that pussy. So then his brother, fucked up face guy, he pops in. And Bo's pissed. He's like, what the fuck did you do? I told you not to go out with me, idiot.
Yeah, he's just being really mean to him.
Yeah, he's like, way to go, freak. And dude just like walks over, grabs a candle, grabs a spoon.
It's almost like he's the bad twin.
Yeah. Oh. Starts melting the where his smushed side of his face is. Starts melting the wax with the back of a heated up spoon and like trying to like shape it back into.
It's pretty creepy.
Yeah, I was like, is this what Meg Ryan does?
She's
Meg Ryan, where the fuck did you pull that out of?
She spackles herself.
Have you seen her face lately, Tim?
It's plastic.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, it ain't great. Matter of fact, I think she could use the old heated up spoon treatment.
You know, let me tell you, this is why my wife is the most beautiful woman. Because she's never had any plastic surgery, never done anything like that. And even though she's not young, she's not 25, 18 years old, 30 years old, whatever, she still looks a million times better than all her fucking idiot friends who've had plastic surgery, who look exactly the fucking same after you've done the plastic surgery.
Yeah, the surgery's rough, man. It really is. It doesn't work out often. You can do the fillers or something on occasion, maybe a little bit.
She doesn't even do that.
I'm just saying, like, without looking crazy, without going full fucking Mickey Rourke, right?
I think that shit is like, once you do it, it's like kind of like some people once you get your first tattoo, that's it.
Oh yeah, no, that
keep going and going, and I think at a certain point, once you get Botox and all that shit, you have to keep going because once you don't do the Botox, guess how fucked up your face looks.
Yeah, that's true. You have to do it for maintenance at that point. Tim, that's what we could do when we got the guys held down when we're waxing their balls, buddy. We could just inject their nuts with some Botox. And then they're stuck.
Upsell them with the Botox.
Yeah, Botox the balls, get the wrinkles out.
Smooth as babies.
Smooth as Jar Jars. So.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm looking at them right now because I can't get off the screen because I don't want to fuck up the recording. They are some fucking smooth balls, man. I'd have to squeeze my balls super fucking hard in my sack to get them look like that.
They look soft as a baby's nuts, don't they?
No, I won't say that. Because there ain't no baby with that big of a cock.
That's a good point, yeah. That'd be a pretty endowed Jar Jar, man. So, oh man. So yeah, he remelts his face back into place. And Bo's like, look, man, I got more fucking work to do. Okay. There's 2 more of these assholes around here. And why don't you find them, do your weird shit you do to them that makes you feel like God. and then mom will be proud of you. It's like, oh, that's not cool. But yeah, so Vincent, wanders off to do whatever Phantom of the Opera shit he does.
I just figured out how to get fucking Jar Jar Binks off my screen. Thank you.
Damn
Let's
it.
go.
Okay, let me DM it to you real quick.
This is at the point in the movie where I felt real slow because I was like, oh, he's an artist and he's named Vincent and he's crazy.
Like Van Gogh. Right?
Yeah, I get it.
And instead of having less an ear, he has less of an eye.
Yeah, or it could be Vincent Price.
Oh, that's true. Could be a little
that makes
nod.
Sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's go with that over Van Gogh.
So this is more cat and mouse. Nick goes down into the tunnel underneath into the basement area. The House of 1,000 Corpses tunnels. Yeah. It is where he finds Dalton.
Except much better.
Much better. And he finds Dalton all waxed up with his face in the mini pin thing.
I'm like, stop peeling fucking wax off these people's faces. Come on.
Because he's all like, hey, bro, I'm going to get you out of there here. And then rips his head off. It's so good. And then as he's fucking that up, Carly like stumbles and then hits the Hellfire switch that just makes... Why would you have this fire in a house of wax?
For dramatic effect.
Yeah.
Well, you're already using candles on you're using wax candles in a wax staircase. What the fuck do you think's going to happen sooner or later?
Fair.
Right?
So yeah, Vincent comes down. They're struggling. Nick gets this wise idea. He's like, "Hey, I'm just going to dump the fucking cauldron like a witch has full of wax on this little floor.
Flaming wax.
Yeah, flaming wax like napalm on the floor. So it creates a hellfire wall between us and Vincent.
But damn if it doesn't look good.
If you can't stick a finger up the dude's ass, the next thing is to make a firewall.
Create a firewall. Yeah. It works with PCs and weird wax mask people. So they do that, get the fuck out of there. And as they're on the way up, they see the dead Wade at the piano. Remember that? That was fun. Then this is where we see all the walls with the wax faces built into the walls, and I'm like, oh, those are people.
Looks cool.
That's a problem, man. Then they get up there, and the house is on fire now, and just fucking melting. They see
the fact that everything's made out of wax, and it's all melting around it. It's like they put so much fucking money into this movie.
So much effort into this set piece, but so worth it because it looks fantastic.
It's really incredible because when you see like the wax melting and like it coming down and like a river of wax, melted wax, it looks incredible. When they're running up those stairs.
Oh, I know. Yeah, there's like a practical reason for the Nightmare on Elm Street stairs.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean,
without the oatmeal, without the fucking pre-cut out
right. Yeah. I mean, as practical as a house made out of wax can be, I suppose, with that caveat. But
here's my other question. I'm sorry, I just thought about this right now. This is in the fucking South, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you have a house made out of wax?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's completely illogical.
No, it would.
That is either the heat or the fucking hurricanes are gonna. Can you imagine fucking an alligator and you shut the door and it's a wax fucking door? The alligator can get right through it.
Imagine if you get bees. You're fucked. That whole house is just a nest. You're done.
Whoa.
Mind your beeswax, yeah.
But no, it's fantastic. And this is when she sees the high chairs and that the Bad Brothers high chair.
Oh my God. This is my wife went fucking crazy the first time we saw this.
Mm-hmm. He notices that the Bad Brothers high chair, it says Bo. And it's like, well, wait a second.
The bad guy's named Vincent, right? Wait, who's Bo? Bo, wait a second. Oh, shit.
You know who knows? Bo knows. That's who knows. For our baseball fans.
Bo Waxon?
We'll get... Shut up, dude.
Got your ass. Right. Stop the podcast right now for the second time.
You got me. So then she notices that Bo has all these fucking like rope burn shits on his wrist, right?
She's like, oh, you're the bad twin.
You're the bad one. Yeah. So they start beating the piss out of Bo with a bat.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Where did they get this bat? Why isn't this bat made out of wax?
Yeah.
What the fuck? You stupid fucking idiot. You fucking put a real wooden bat in your house.
What about the guns in the display case?
Oh, no, I have written down, this is highly unbelievable. They're in the South. There's no way they have those guns. They're locked up in a fucking case.
Those guns would have been on the high chairs. They're in the South.
Yeah,
Kids have got to get to them so they can
The only way you stop
other.
a bad fucking baby twin, conjoined twin, is a good conjoined twin with a gun, right?
Exactly. You know what, Tim? You nailed it. You got to give all your kids guns, and whoever's alive is the good one. Just ask.
Yeah, exactly. I used to have 5 kids.
History is written by the victorious.
But you bought a 6-shooter.
Her husband's dick wasn't a 6-shooter. That's why she had 5. So.
Oh, wow.
I like a shotgun spray.
Just
buckshot,
spray and pray. He's just pussy somewhere. Just bird shot in your cooch. Even worse, the rock salt when they load that shit into a shotgun.
Ooh.
Fucking ass full of that.
That's gonna burn.
Yeah, that's probably worse than getting your nuts waxed, Tim. So
you might have that extra benefit. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd be salty over it for sure. So then Vincent sees Bo's head's missing mostly because it's just had the shit beat out of it with a bat, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta help him." And he's fucking dead. So the floors are melting because everything is melting because everything.
See, that's where the first time that you see that Vincent is the good guy because he doesn't go to kill them. He immediately runs over to his brother.
He doesn't, but when he notices his brother's fucking dead, he's pissed. So,
well, I mean, come on, what are you going to do? Good or bad? If somebody kills your fucking brother, you're in. At this point, you're in for a penny you're in for a fucking pound,
that's
right?
True.
If Vincent is following fucking Bo at this point, what are you going to do?
And Tim, if we're being honest here, she did run up the stairs and break the sign that said no admittance.
Well,
so
come on. That's a fucking rule. In a fucking museum?
Yep. She stepped over the velvet rope.
Wax?
You know, you're not supposed to. I've seen waxworks. I know what happens when you step over that velvet rope.
Yeah.
You get vampire parties. And his body sinking into the fucking wax and going down. Oh, man. Fantastic.
This is such a great fucking
This is where I made a connection because of all of these Dark Castle pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Made a connection between this House on Haunted Hill, 13 Ghosts, and The Haunting.
Okay.
The locations are the biggest personalities in the movies. They're always these gigantic set pieces.
I can add one to that list for you, too.
What's that?
Ghost Ship.
Oh, yes.
It's literally in the title.
Oh, my God. Watch the first 10 minutes of that movie and then stop.
Yeah. But you still, it's the locations you remember.
Yep.
Of these gigantic, high money set pieces.
Totally.
Kind of like The Shining, Candice, right?
Yeah, it's almost like the Overlook as a character itself.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But Candice is like the movie because it makes the hotel look like, it's okay to be the hotel.
There's no reason. Yeah, they never tell you.
Emphasizes the hotel.
The hotel never gets its comeuppance in the movie, but it does in the book.
Or in Dr. Sleep.
By the way, I think I asked that when we were talking.
Can we redo that?
Yeah.
Me, you, and Candice? We have
Candice.
Right?
Yeah, well.
That was a lost episode.
I fucking hate that guy's movies. Flanagan, you guys cover that.
You don't like Flanagan?
Dr. Sleep is so good, though. You like that the
Dr.
first time
Sleep was okay. Okay, we could do. No, I don't like Flanagan stuff. Most of it. Some of it's good.
Well, fuck you.
Most of it's the hill on the house that was haunted by the guy from Brigham Manor or whatever.
I don't know. I read it on the internet. There's some director who said that when you're making a movie today, when you're making for streaming, it's different than when you make it for an actual theatrical release.
I get it. He has to make different stuff, right? It's times have changed.
Well, you have to do something with the first 10 minutes, otherwise people turn off.
And Tim,
when you're watching a movie, you bought your ticket, you're in the theater, you're invested in the fucking movie. So give me 20 minutes before shit kicks in. But when you watch on Netflix, Amazon, or anything else like that, if nothing's happening within the first 5 minutes, and my wife is completely fucking guilty of this shit, it drives me fucking crazy.
Yeah.
This is boring. I'm like, it's the first fucking 5 minutes of Shining.
Yeah. I don't know. I watched probably 10 hours of what was the hill on the house that was haunted that
the
they
Haunting
did?
of Hill House.
Yeah,
and that is one of the most perfect things ever made.
So trash.
No, it's not.
So fucking.
No, it is not.
All the characters with their
contrarian in this episode.
All the
right
characters with their
so
all the characters have the same bullshit flowery fucking language. The ghost, it's just jump scares. The door that they just never. Oh my god!
If you want flowery language, read Flowers in the Attic.
It's a spooky.
It adds a lot of layers to each character. Gives them a lot of backstory.
So garbage.
But that one really big giant jump scare that happens is earned.
And guess what? They also hid a secret ghost in all the scenes you can look for, like a fucking Where's Waldo movie.
Yeah, because when you watch it the first time, you don't know they're there. It just adds to the ambiance of being uneasy the entire time.
No,
fuck that shit. Don't make me watch something twice to figure everything out.
Especially a series that's like 10 hours. Suck my cock. Fuck off.
Yeah, you know what? A movie, like watching Fight Club for the second time, and then like, oh shit, there's Tyler Durden. Oh shit,
there you
that's
go.
a different thing than doing a fucking 10 fucking part movie TV series.
10 hours so I
can watch it again.
10 hours so I can be like, oh, in the garden scene, if you look under that fucking tablecloth, there's a hand. Oh, cool. Great. I'm 10 hours
but you
deep
get to
into
enjoy
this
the show again because it's so good. You love these characters so much.
Oh, yeah. Like I enjoyed it the first time, clearly, Candice.
Well, let me ask you, it's on Netflix, right?
Sure.
How many seasons did it get? 2.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, the second one was Haunting of Bly Manor.
Which is the same bullshit.
It's not as good.
Yeah, okay. What's it about? Is it about a weird family that's got a bunch of like skeletons in their closet?
That lives in a manor?
That
lives in a manor that everyone thinks is haunted.
Live in a big house everybody thinks is haunted, but maybe it's their own mental illness. And by the way, A24, hey, we have a female character. She's really abused, got a lot of problems, a lot of things swirling around in her head. Maybe she's crazy, right, Candice?
Wow.
Right?
I feel attacked right now.
No, go watch A24 movies because you love them. If you love his shit, you love A24 movies.
No, he's better than A24.
Love that, and you love fucking, who's the douche Royal Tenenbaums asshole?
Wes Anderson?
Wes Anderson?
Yeah,
oh my God.
Shit too. I do love Wes Anderson films.
There you go. You don't like The Godfather, but the Darjeeling Unlimited.
The fucking same movie over and over and over again.
Tim, you can't compare like Brando to Owen Wilson.
He's like the Stephen King now of movies, right? It's the same fucking stories over and over again.
But again, you can't compare Brando to Owen Wilson, Tim. Brando in The Godfather versus Owen Wilson in the movie where Ben Stiller and his kid wore masks and tracksuits.
That is the most fucking ridiculous comparison that I've ever heard in my entire fucking life. Owen Wilson versus fucking Marlon Brando in The Godfather.
So anyway, Carly tries to reason.
So we won.
Carly tries to reason with Vincent while the place is melting and he's trying to stab her. They're up in the bedroom. Oh, I do like when he breaks into the bedroom and he does the Here's Johnny from that movie that Candice hates through the door. He separates the two wax children by cutting through their faces right where they're conjoined. Ka-chink. Like, oh,
I'll tell you this again. The first time my wife saw this, she's like, "Oh,
yeah."
That's why I love her. She's so pure.
And even in the little cutting of the things, one of the faces was okay, the other one was all fucked up.
Yes, exactly. Oh, man. There's so many things in this movie.
Yeah, and so she tries to convince him, "Look, man, don't kill me." And then only long enough for Nick to come in, get the drop on him. Pin his ass down, goes in for the kill, but you got to rip the mask off, right?
Oh, yeah. You want to see what's hiding.
Yeah, what's going on under there? You know?
Well, we already know because you saw the pictures of the two kids. One of them has a fucking perfect face, and one of them has a fucked up face without an eye.
Yeah, but you want to see what it looks like now.
Yeah, we got to see that up close and personal, Tim. Come on, buddy. I mean, you've seen pictures of tits, but in person?
True, yeah.
There you go. So yeah,
I like to see pictures of tits. That's always true. Yes.
Well, you know what, Tim? I put a picture of tits in our Discord. You should check it out.
Not Jar Jar Binks tits.
Well,
not horny.
I'll find some like Yodel tits or something. How about that?
Anybody else from Star Wars? Okay, give me Greedo tits.
Yodel's from Star Wars, Tim.
What?
How do you know?
But Yodel is the female Yoda at the council in Episode 2.
You know what? Fuck you, because I think you're doing the same shit they did with that fucking Twilight thing. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but somehow you know what you're talking about.
Tim, Google Yodel for me. Anyhow, so yeah, they pin his ass down to the bed, rip his mask off. It's all fucked looking. Carly stabs the shit out of him in the back. And then they just...
Well, she pulls a knife out of her brother's leg.
Yes.
Yeah, the closest knife that she could grab was in her brother's leg, and so she just yanks it out.
Yeah.
I mean, she grabbed her brother's phallic symbol and then jabbed it over and over again until somebody...
Now she's the brother. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait.
And they're stuck together because of the wax.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
So then he falls through the bed.
I'm stuck in this wax bed.
They have to use friction to melt the wax around them to get out.
You're going to have to fuck me until we get out of here. Wait, what? So he falls.
It's not gay if we have to do it because we have to live through wax, right?
That's true, yeah. If it's through wax, then you're not technically touching. Good point, Tim. So, no, they kick him through the bed. The bed melts, and he just falls down into the hell basement. Now we're almost out of the woods.
Does it fall on his brother?
Yes, he falls on his brother, so now they can be reconjoined. So
back together again. Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect.
Reunited, and it feels so good. Then,
just like it should.
Then the music from Metroid when you're trying to escape Brainstar kicks on because they need to get the fuck out of this house. It is melting and collapsing.
Easiest house to get out of. What the fuck are you talking about?
Literally dig walls.
You push a wall. That's it. No, instead they decide that they're going to...
Just grab something that's not on fire, set it on fire, hold it next to the fucking door. That's it. You're out.
Right. No,
because the outside, the A on the fucking wax museum is melting more than the fucking inside does.
Oh, I know.
How's that work?
Well, but they have to open it up so they can crawl out through the title card.
Yeah, exactly.
Which they do. Get out of there and then just watch the place explode and burn away. Then we cut to the next day. Mm-hmm. Every cop in Mississippi is down here.
Overtime.
Yep. And they're all picking through the ways. No, what's this? A tooth? Oh, I better bag it and tag it. Got to bring it in, get a catalog, more evidence, a little overtime. Fuckers. So they see their buddy's camera, the video camera, and they're like, hey, give me that. And the cop's like, no, it's evidence. Then Nick does like some weird David Blaine shit.
Yeah, he does a fucking Houdini, how he gets that camera,
he never leaves. He's just sitting in the ambulance with her and then just suddenly has it. I'm like, how the fuck did he? Okay, cool, whatever. Maybe he's got his own tunnels underground. Who knows? So they're talking to the cop, and the cop's like, yeah, man, this is a ghost town. 10 years ago, the sugar mill closed, and everybody moved out. And I'm like, why do I care about that?
The sugar mill?
I guess they're trying to justify the abandoned town.
Gotcha. I guess they have to make that all add up, yeah. So they load up into their car. They drive out. And as they're driving out, the cop's all like, hey, so did you find the 2 dead sons? And the guy's like, yeah, we did. But there weren't 2 sons. Our records show there were 3.
Dun, dun, dun.
And as they're leaving the town, my hero, the roadkill collector, just does the little like...
And he's with the dog, so we know that the dog knows him, so
yep.
He must be at least friends. But if we heard 3, then he must be the third brother, right?
And that sets it up for House of Wax 2.
He's the one with the wax teeth.
Yes, his teeth do look pretty waxed. Not with good wax either.
Well, plus he has to replace them.
Yeah. So now we get House of Wax 2.
For real, how is the setup for House of Wax 2?
Okay.
How does it work?
So here's how it works.
Does this guy build a little fucking town made out of wax?
No, he builds a town out of roadkill. Hear me out.
We built this city on roadkill.
I know. If it was rock and roll, I think he could build a city out of it. But with roadkill, it's going to be tough. I mean, you could have the weird Paris catacombs with the bones, but it's all like squirrels.
It's the bone cathedrals.
It's going to take forever, man. So... yeah, that's it, buddy. That's House of Wax, man. Fun fucking movie. As
Great
we
movie.
all said,
I really
definitely
enjoyed it all the times I watched it.
Yeah. As we said, yeah, definitely take a watch to that one if you have access to the blood bank. It's there. Otherwise, go find it somewhere else and then give me money anyway.
Yeah, Remember, not all remakes are bad.
That is very true, Candice. And thank you for the public service month of not all remakes.
So wait, Candice, are you waiting for the remake of Godfather? Then maybe you'll like it?
Yeah, I'll probably like it more that way.
With this guy, the lead guy, whatever the fucking three-name guy
remake
is.
The Shining.
Mike Corleone, yeah.
Remake The Shining and turn it into torture porn.
Candice, watch that.
Yeah. if The Shining was a found footage movie, she'd love it.
They made a miniseries on ABC that is 100% almost straight from the book. But, I mean, it doesn't have Jack Nicholson or Shelley Duvall in it.
Yeah. See,
no,
there's the problem.
I actually prefer that one.
Which one?
The one that was made for NBC by Mick Garris, the TV miniseries.
I think it was ABC, so suck it, Candice. I got your ass. It was ABC, because Stephen King does almost everything on ABC. That's as far as I know.
Yeah. It's got you there, Candice. So.
Oh, my God.
Candice, is there anything you would like our listeners to pay attention to on the internet?
No, still the same old thing at HorrorHoochie69 on Instagram and Twitter.
Mm-hmm. You can also follow at Yobo Gold on Twitter and at Eddie the Axe or at Bloody Bits if you want more updates. Tim, what about you, buddy?
Nothing at all, because I saw on the internet that podcasts that end quickly are most likely to have the listener go to the next episode. So that's it for me. Goodbye.
Oh, yeah, this is a fast
I really don't care about the listeners. Then, you know what? To show that, I'm actually going to be on Everything I Learned from Movies here coming up pretty soon. We're going to be covering Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Ooh, that'll be a good episode.
Can't wait.
So it's like 8 months from now?
Yeah, who knows? I'm recording it soon. You'll see it. I'll tweet about it, okay? All right, so for me, Tim, and Candice, I think that this is how we end it.